Alrighty. Does anyone need to do character stuff? I'll take the overwhelming silence as a no. Who had been doing income endeavors last time at the end?
I had done mine badly already.
Did you roll it already?
Yes.
All right. Anyone else?
I put 6 silver in the bank.
All right. Who are you?
Most of us could not because of
No, it was only
cops.
it was only peasants who couldn't, right?
Which is most of us.
That's just
Which
you.
is like 2 of you.
No, it was.
I thought it was like 3 of us.
so
All right.
if only 2 people are silver.
No, your social class didn't matter. If you were the peasant group of careers, which Dave is the only one.
I am? Okay.
Yeah.
I would like to put my money in the bank. I don't know how to do that.
You bank?
You choose the interest rate you're going for, but it's riskier to go for higher.
I'm going to go lowest.
1%.
And then you leave it there until you don't even care really until you're ready to get out. You just write down I have X amount in the bank at whatever percent.
You must be gold or silver social tiers to save with the bank.
Oh, then you better just shove it under your bed. Oh wait, are you silver? You might be silver. You're silver. Adam's silver.
Yeah, I'm silver.
So Andrew, you could have tried to earn income if you wanted.
He did. He put it at 1%.
No, I'm sorry. The endeavor, like go make money.
Oh yeah, I didn't use all my endeavors.
Yeah. Did you think you were a peasant? Because you are
No.
not. Oh, okay.
I'm awesome. Yeah, I want money somehow, some way.
All right. So for you, that was not it.
It actually says you can only use the bank if you're of gold and silver social tiers. So I don't even know what that means.
Yeah.
You're not? Well, you may be. What's your
Certainly
career?
not both.
Your career tells you.
So Andrew, you want to make an endurance roll at +20 to see, how you do making money. That's your career skill for your current career. You just do, menial backbreaking work. But apparently for rich people, because you're silver.
Oh, I did real good.
Well, you just get half of what you would have. So you can roll a d10 and divide by 2, and that's how many silver shillings you make. And that's how many you start with, unless you're pulling money out from under your mattress or the bank or whatever. This starts. So, 3 silver and what is that, 6 pennies? 12 pennies to a silver, I think.
Yes.
Yeah. Gonna buy that car in no time.
Anyone else have crap they need to do, such as spending XP or, I don't know, whatever?
I need to spend XP.
Let's do it. Jerk.
Al wants to RP the entire session at the execution he thought everyone should go to.
Adam, did you ever see that private message I sent you?
I'm reading it now.
God damn it.
Sorry. I don't use Discord except for Sunday nights.
Yeah.
I like the wedding ring one.
Okay. I got to reread it because I don't remember what I wrote anymore. All right. You got it.
So I was having trouble following, like, because there were so many options. It seemed like.
All right. So you can raise any of your skill. Well, so for right now, you can raise any of your skills that either have a plus or a check mark next to them, or your characteristics. If you go to the main tab and you look up above, that have a plus or a check next to them, which for you is initiative, agility, and willpower. If you hover over the little plus button, it'll tell you how much XP it'll cost to buy the next point. If your goal is, I want to move up to the next class level, or just change classes or whatever, you want to get 5 points in every of your main skills. Basically, if you have a check mark, it means you've got 5. If you have a plus sign, it means you don't have 5 yet. So, I mean, if you just want to be like, I want to be good at stealth, you can just keep pumping points into stealth, right? But if you're like, I want to try to move on to the next career level, like your guy in particular, he needs some more endurance, he needs some more athletics, and then he needs more initiative, agility, and willpower.
Wait, I see on the wait, it was on the skills tab and what other tab?
Main, which is where you have your main stats.
Gotcha.
Also for 100 XP, you can buy talents, and if you go to your talents tab at the bottom, there are 3 that are grayed out. And those are talents you can buy for 100 XP. I can right-click on them to see the descriptions. I feel like I remember you guys telling me that didn't work for you, but maybe.
Oh, I can. Right click, it works.
I might have fixed it
While
too.
they are grayed out. Oh no, they do now. Okay, you fixed it.
Yeah, I had to manually go through every single folder and do the thing. If you tell it to change permissions on folder, it changes things in that folder, but not in the subfolders under that folder. So that's real cool if you like having lots of folders. The seeing one of his talks about the cold shot penalty, and don't know how cold shots even work. I'm real curious about that.
So how do you actually spend it?
Click the plus button or the check mark.
And then once you hit the proper threshold, it's going to just turn into a checkbox, or
Yep, it's basically once you have five ads, it'll do that.
gotcha.
Searching the rulebook for cold shot. It has not found anything yet. Which is weird, because at least that talent should have shown up. Whatever. I don't care. If someone wants to make a cold shot, they'll just have to be the one who finds out how to do it. All right.
Where do I see remaining XP?
Front page, skill or main.
Thank you.
You have 220 remaining. You're rich. Also, did you guys ever decide on a party ambition? Because that's XP, man. You guys should decide on that. Or at least a short-term one.
You're gonna die. You're gonna
You're
die.
gonna die.
Yeah. They're talking to you.
Sounds like it.
Wow, they're very loud today. All right.
Combat difficulty -20. A called shot to a specific hit location. If you succeed, you hit that location.
Neat.
That's all I see.
Easy peasy. All right. Well, at some point, you guys are going to want a party ambition, but, you know, maybe you can develop that over the course of the session. We're going to move into the Warhammer 4E starter set today adventure, which has a little bit of railroading going on, but you know what? We'll roll with it. That's how we be.
And if I got a little bit left over that I don't really have a good place to spend, then I can just save it for
Yeah.
next time.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, you don't have to spend any of it if you don't want, but you know. So you guys are in Ubersreik. I don't know if I ever showed you a map of this place. Boom. It's a pretty big city with a river running right through the middle of it. And a big old... God damn it. One moment. How about now?
Yep.
Good.
It's got a big old dwarven-made bridge that, you know, connects the two halves of the city. You guys had been working down south of here. Had recently come to the city where, I don't know, so many of you, I think, were from here already, but... So you guys are in the market square on a glorious spring morning. Those of you with no money, which I think is a few of you, are probably bumming off your friends. You're probably, you know, looking to get some food. If any of you have some gear you want to buy or something, like, you know, this would be a good time to do it. Certainly nothing's going to happen here. Does anyone have anything they want to do in the market in terms of... Actually, those of you who are broke at the moment, which I think is probably just Dave, because peasants couldn't make money right now.
But
Do you still have some Do you have it tucked under your bed?
I managed to save my money.
All right, so you got that little bit you kept from the
Four
basilisk.
brass and a shilling. I'm good to go.
You do see here in the market, there's a stall with an apothecary who sells essentially like curing tonics, which I don't know if anyone's got the money for them, but...
Where is... I'm looking in the different journal stuff. Where's like this the stuff you can purchase?
Trapping.
Journal, consumer's guide.
That'll work. Yeah.
That at least gives you the listing of it.
Is there an item browser? Oh, there isn't. This is there.
Yes. Compendium pack, core rulebook, items. Trappings at the bottom.
Oh, yeah. That'll work. I guess that's not as easy to view in terms of seeing the prices and stuff, though.
Yeah.
I mean, if anyone does have money to burn, it's 10 silver for a healing drought. Those have... Those are always popular, you know, if you're getting murdered. But, other than, walking around the marketplace, maybe getting breakfast, whatever. Sounds like no one's doing anything in particular. There's, go
I
ahead.
still have the money to spend from the last stuff, so I'm looking to see if there's anything good.
Gotcha. Anything particular you're looking for?
Not in particular. I don't know if it makes, I'd like your opinion on if it makes the most sense to try and get, because what I heard from the chatter last time was like some stuff was just ridiculously expensive, like weapons and stuff. So I don't know if I can even afford anything really.
Some of the stuff was, you can always try haggling too, but I guess you'll look at the thing and you'll see what's available to you. You see, scattered around, you see some of the Altdorf soldiers in their red and blue uniforms. Those are the guys who, basically the Empire soldiers who had kind of taken over Ubersreik and ousted the former ruler, who was Sigmund Jungfried, I guess. Right now, there's like a troupe of entertainers putting on a play. The crowd seems to be getting a little angry at him because it's a very pro-empire play, and a lot of the citizens of Ubersreik are still kind of like feel it's pretty unfair that the Empire came in, took over, ousted their ruler, who most of them liked. Anything you want to buy, Al, or no?
No, I'm still looking, but it's, if I don't, then I lose it. That's fine.
What do you mean? Lose what? Your money?
Yeah, you had said that. If
You can tuck it under your bed.
And then you only maybe lose it.
Then you only maybe lose it.
Okay. How do I convert it to like being quote unquote tucked under my bed?
So between adventures, trying to find the exact details on this one. It's not banking. Stashing.
Yeah,
there we go. You're right. It is. You can stash your loot.
10% chance to lose your money, but you stash it for free, and it's there until you try to get it back.
Yep. And the 10% chance of losing it means maybe someone's found it and stole it from you. Maybe maybe you had low willpower and you went on an all-night drinking binge and, blew it on booze and hookers. I mean, I don't know. The idea is, for whatever reason, you were trying to save this money and you failed. I don't know. Maybe the roof of your house needed repair if you actually had a house. Stuff like that. You kind of get to come up with a reason. Go ahead.
Rocket's feeling generous. He's going to offer to let other people in the party put money in his bank account.
Ooh.
Through him.
Nice. So the way the investing works in the bank is you choose an interest rate between 1 and 10%, and that is the chance you lose the money. So it is, at worst, equal amount of risk if you went all the way up to 10%. But the upside is when you pull it out, you get that percent more in money.
Also, technically, going the investing route requires another endeavor to get it out.
Really?
So if you're stashing, you can just put in your notes that you've stashed it, and then you roll for it when you try and get it out. Or
Yep.
Is that right? Okay.
That's interesting. So to stash it and get it out in between the same adventure is 2 of your endeavors. That's interesting.
No. Stashing doesn't require a second one.
Oh, sorry. I meant investing.
Investing, though, does, yeah.
Yeah.
Because you make money, it's an extra endeavor.
Yep.
It's what, 2 weeks? It's every action is a week, basically.
Give or take. I mean, it's fluid, and You guys have, I'd say you guys have probably been here, yeah, about 3 weeks. You've been back. So here's their description of what happens to your money that you don't stash or invest or whatever. What happened to it? It was spent, stolen, drunk, gambled, used for repairs, to pay off debts or taxes, given as a charitable donation, spent on bribes, or used in whatever other way you prefer. It is, you know, there are reasons it's disappearing. Invent them on your own, more or less.
One way or another.
I'm going to ask my kids to play slightly farther from the door. 1 minute. Hey guys.
Yeah.
Can you just not play right out here because it's pretty loud? Feel free to play everywhere else.
Like in the street,
My kids
someone else's house.
literally never play with each other anymore, and now they are today. I mean, it's good they are, I guess.
It's a good way to ask people. Please feel free to go anywhere else.
Yeah. All right. So you guys are in the market. You're not sure exactly what kicks it off, but suddenly the entertainment troupe that's like putting on a play and they got acrobats and stuff, like suddenly the crowd's like starting to brawl with them. The soldiers start getting involved. People start fighting the soldiers. Pretty soon the whole crowd's punching each other, and you guys are basically right in the middle of the marketplace, and there's just basically a riot going on. Everyone give me a perception check. That is the wrong map that I just did. So 1 moment. A different marketplace map that I need. There we go. Basically, if you make your perception check, you see that this is happening and you're ready to respond, you know, in the first round where I ask what you're doing. If not, you're just surprised for the first round. And like this map does not even accurately portray. There's just people everywhere. This is just a map I happen to find of a marketplace, which I can tell they're using Forgotten Adventures tokens because I totally recognize those shopkeepers. But yeah, people are like starting to brawl with each other. The crowd's pressing in around you and everybody. Shopkeepers are like doing their best to suddenly, like, you know, gather up their wares so nothing gets stolen immediately. And there's just a roar. Oh, hey, wait a minute. I had something for this. Wait, where'd it go? There it is. Got some marketplace ambiance going. I didn't have Riot, though. Nobody seemed to have Riot ambiance online. It's really too bad. But essentially, there's people all around you starting to brawl with each other. And random people starting to brawl with you. Everybody pretty much is unarmed for what it's worth. Nobody you see is, you know, pulling out daggers or warhammers or anything like that. What the hell is this? Oh. How do those get different icons? Well, that's real confusing.
Talking about the flyover in the bottom left.
Yeah, but like, look at the one next to you, the token, and then look at the one next to... You know what? There is a way in Foundry that I think you can have multiple tokens set to something. I wonder if every time I pull one out, it's pulling out a random token for it. If so, that's pretty cool. Anyway, I threw a brawler next to everybody just to... I'm missing. 1, 2, 3. All right, Trent. Griff. That's everybody. I just have too many people. I assume you guys are shopping together because you're such a tight-knit party who love each other and have these common party goals, whatever they are.
We even have party goals. Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean,
whatever those might be.
Rocco did offer to invest our money for us.
Yeah.
That's
Like
true.
a pyramid scheme.
Just cutting around with it all. He's got to lay the groundwork right now.
There's just a little bit of paperwork to file when you do.
Who failed their perception check?
Oh, I did.
Griff, I mean, you weren't ready for the riot. You didn't expect the Spanish Inquisition.
Just Griff.
All right.
Usually the riots I know about are the ones that I start.
Makes sense. So, I mean, whether you like it or not, basically there are people brawling all around you and with you. For the most part, it's unarmed, or it's going to be treated as unarmed for all this. But, you know, maybe they're grabbing a nearby, you know, vase on a table from the potter, or maybe one of them's grabbing a chair and trying to hit, you know, stuff like that. But everybody's screaming, everybody's yelling, everybody's fighting. The biggest part of it seemed to be up where the performers were, but we'll say that's over here. But you guys weren't really near them when this started, and it's chaos everywhere. There's people pressed in all around you in every direction. So that said, Dirk, what if anything do you want to do?
Then I want to try and leave.
All right. If you just want to get your ass out of there. There was a checkmate for that. And I will find it. As soon as I am able. Dodge.
You want me to roll dodge?
Yep.
Ooh.
Well, that might be fine. Yeah, you were trying to get out of the melee, but just the press of bodies around you makes it difficult. One like really big barrel-chested guy, just like slams into you with his chest, kind of knocking you on your butt. Says, "Where you going, little man?" You don't even know why he's pissed at you. He doesn't even know why he's pissed at you, but you don't take any damage from that. That's just, you failed your dodge. That's my flavor for you. Rocco, how about you?
Is there like a potion or alchemy stand nearby?
Were you checking them out just now?
Yeah.
Then yeah, right next to you.
Excellent.
Cordelia Westlinger sells that stuff.
Oh, sweet. You know, I'm not gonna do something as low as steel, but if something gets knocked off that table and I'm around it, might as well clean it up off the ground, you know?
Right. Like unbroken, you mean? Or you're
Yeah,
going to lick it off the... Okay.
No. Just, you know, if things go astray, I'm gonna clean it up.
Opportunity presents itself. So there's definitely people... Go ahead.
What if a bottle falls off the table and before it hits the ground you catch it? Then is it yours?
Yeah.
Because otherwise it would be broken.
Yeah. If it's just gonna get broken, I might as well make use of it.
He's desperately like grabbing what she can and trying to like tuck them away back into probably like crates. Because she knows she'd have them right on her table. Yeah, go ahead and give me a... I mean, you probably don't want her noticing when this happens. Like, definitely stuff's falling, right? You're trying to do this without her noticing?
Yeah.
Yeah, you could do like a stealth roll. You got a pretty good big bonus since there's people everywhere.
You want me to roll with the bonus, or you just want to do the math?
I'll just do it myself. Oh, that was real good. Yeah. So, The crowd presses in all around you. You get bumped back against her table, and wow, a couple extra fall off as a result. You're not sure exactly what you grab as you kind of go down to the ground, and oops, under her table you swap up 3 vials.
Right.
You pop back up, and she's busy yelling at whoever just bumped into you, for knocking some of her shit over. Some of it did shatter.
Right.
Yeah.
Cool.
Bernard, what are you up to? I'm going to put you over here under the table. Well, near the table.
Yeah, I'm not having any of this. I'll defend myself.
Just want
I'm good in the brawl.
to clock a guy who's coming at you.
Oh yeah.
Go for it. There's that brawling horde in front of you, which represents the person who's up here. Well,
Wow.
it could still be.
That's about as bad as possible.
It's pretty bad, yeah. So some rules here. If you are not trying to kill people, you basically shoot.
In combat, there's something about pulling your punches.
Basically, you can choose not to crit. Dude, he also rolled a 92. Were you targeting the guy next to you?
Oh no, I did not target him. I'm sorry.
Here. Oh no, don't reroll. I can
I'm not.
pose with target. Well, either way, you had a -5, he had a -6, so you did hit by 1. Which
Okay.
for you, I'm just going to change your roll by 60. I think that'll work.
Yes. Yes, but
Hold on, I'll fix this. That's fine. So, I wonder if we need to give you a fist or something.
like a fist weapon.
Yeah, does that exist? There's an unarmed weapon. Yeah,
And
that
just
too.
at the top of melee weapon, click on the unarmed fist kind of icon. In combat, at least for me, in melee weapons, there's a fist, back arrow, and a question mark. The fist seems to be
Did
unarmed.
you roll the skill, Dave, or did you roll under the combat
I
section?
rolled the skill.
Okay. Next time, do it under combat.
Okay, I have to drag in this unarmed weapon.
No. So on mine, it looks like a button that I can press.
Oh,
Are you on the combat tab?
Yeah, I see it.
Okay.
There you go. Oops, didn't mean to roll again.
Dude, I don't even see it on there. I'm curious what it'll even say your damage would be.
Weapon test unarmed opposed. There.
So it's 4 damage.
Okay, so that must be your bait. Okay. That's what I was... Whatever, we're just going to take that. You did extra damage, but hey.
That's a strength bonus.
So you, just punched a dude in the face. His nose is bleeding a bit. He goes, "Hey, man, chill out." Even though he's the one who was definitely swinging at you first and is going to continue to do so. Trent, what are you up to?
Yeah. I'm going to start preaching about following the unity of the Empire.
Yeah, give me like a speech or charm or public speech. I'm not sure. I don't remember what all the skills
Leadership,
are.
I think, is about the closest I have of the ones I get. Well,
Let's see.
leadership or entertain? So leadership is...
Probably not entertain.
yeah.
Doesn't everybody have speech or no? Or what would it be? It would be charm.
Oh,
Let me look.
okay.
Let me look at leadership quick. Number of targets. Yeah. If you're natural
not quite,
subordinates, There's no natural hierarchy in place. The test is imposed by your targets. Cool. You know what? I think it's fine. Just be opposed by their cool. You can try it. Basically, you're telling them to chill out in the name of Sigmar, in other words, right? Yeah, okay. Yeah, that's fine. Give it a whirl. Target the dude with it.
Oh.
It's fine. I'll just...
Okay, yeah.
I'm a follower of Renault, bitch. Actually, everyone, it's not like they pick one god, but your words don't seem to affect him. Probably there are some around you that are like, I'm not going to mess with that dude. Like, the crowd around you thins a little bit.
Okay.
You know, punching a priest of Sigmar is a good way to get accused of heresy. Griff, you were surprised, correct?
Yes.
All right.
I'm just enjoying the moment for the moment.
So, Adam, the guy who kind of bumped you into the table and then you swooped up some stuff, he's like, get back here, you little coward. Kicks at you. Probably gets hit from behind by someone else while he's doing it.
He's being attacked by a man in a jester hat.
Yeah, it looks like. Would you like to dodge or fight back?
I'm getting out of here.
You dodging? All right.
Dodge. 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 I rolled exactly
So actually, let me edit yours. I was going to give you plus 10. I'm not sure if he hits or not now. I was going to give you plus 10 because you were kind of like partially under a table. Yeah, you scoot back kind of beneath the table and he takes a kick at you and he just kicks the table leg and more bottles go flying off and most of those shatter. The one dude who apparently was unmoved by your words, Eric, is taking a swing at you. Oh, I'm thinking, I was like, why does this guy have a Warhammer? Very confused. Well, he's at -3, but you can dodge or you can parry. Or none of the, you know. With your fists, I assume. I assume you don't have your Warhammer out.
Yeah, not yet.
Although, you know, you might.
So do I just roll melee at that point? No.
Unarmed if it's... Like, the bar I see... When I click on a token and then, like, the bar shows up, like the heads-up display thing.
Yeah.
I've got unarmed on there for everybody, I think.
I do too. Let me try the unarmed that way.
I wonder if we need to add fist for the actual damage part to work, though. Oh, that was real bad. Do you want to fortune your fumble?
No.
All right, let's see what happens. You completely mess up. Well, yeah, you completely mess up hitting one random ally in range. There is no ally in range. You somehow hit yourself in the face and gain a stun condition. You're busy praying, and basically he runs up, he charges you, and tackles you into something, and you get stunned. Is basically what that's going to amount to.
Thank you. Yeah. Dodged into it or something.
Yep.
Yeah, these fucking boxes are... And took a little bit of damage. 2 after your toughness soaked it. He doesn't look like he... Honestly, the fact that you're stunned, he's kind of looking down at you and like he's probably not going to keep beating on you. Nobody's really out to kill. They're just all, riled up. Yeah! That's for young Freud! Dave. The guy you clocked tries to clock you back.
Okay.
You dodge or pair or counter. Ooh, you had a good roll.
How does parry work with...
You use your unarmed. It's not really parry. It's just your...
Okay.
counterattack is really what I should call it.
Then parry.
He rolled as well as he possibly could. You rolled pretty darn well too, though, so you win.
Okay.
He's just got a great jab coming right for your nose, and you're like, yeah, whatever. You Neo him. Seems like he's moving in slow motion. That's it though. I was thinking you do damage, but that's only on a crit. So yeah, you probably just catch his fist. You're a big dude, right?
Yeah. Question for you.
Yeah.
How did the skills work in combat? Since I've got a melee basic and a melee brawling, how did those affect combat?
So brawling's unarmed. Basic is like generic weapons, hand axe, sword, etc. So I'm not sure what you mean.
So what when I roll the dice, what numbers am I using? Am I using the skill number?
As opposed to
WS?
Yeah, you should be using the skill number. So your brawling 40? Yeah, your brawling's 40.
Yeah, 40.
And that's what it used.
Okay.
Your weapon skill's kind of the one that your add on to. So if you end up moving weapon skill up by 1, your unarmed is going to go up by 1 as a result, just because
it is the base stat for the.
It is the base stat that your other stuff adds on to. Does that make sense?
Okay.
Weapon brawling is weapon skill plus your levels in brawling.
Okay.
And finally, Dirk, who had been trying to get away. Nope. Did I already roll for Dirk? I'm on him right now. Not finally, though. We need Griff, too. Are you dodging, Al, or are you, trying to counter with your own melee?
Still dodging.
All right, make a dodge roll. This guy's yelling at you to come back here as you were trying to dodge away in the first place.
Ugh.
And indeed, he connects. Doing it looked like maybe 2 damage. By the way, you guys are building up some advantage, just so you know. Right now, players have 2, enemies have 3. You guys can use that for stuff. Andrew, you are surprised, so this guy's just gonna try to. Basically, you're looking down at whatever you were shopping for, probably a meal right then.
I don't think so. I think I saw all the fighting happen, and I was just overcome with this amazing sense of joy of how much fun this is going to be. That I haven't acted yet, but I have a huge smile on my face.
I buy it. So a guy slams into you from behind while you're watching it all go down. Because, south of you is where the big show is. This guy came at you from behind like a coward. And I forget when you're surprised.
It will put a -20 on it.
So you still get to roll, though?
Yes.
All right.
Any opposed thing, Jeff.
Go ahead, sir. Dodge and or, elbow him in the face.
You can take no action or move on your own turn, and cannot defend yourself in opposed tests. Any opponent trying to strike you gets a +20. Wow.
That's weird.
Really
Stunned you can defend yourself, but surprised you cannot.
Yep.
So I have to dodge, or
Sounds like you don't do anything at all. So he hit you. I didn't give him the +20 though, but whatever. That's weird. Try rolling a dodge. I just want to see what happens. Yeah, it just did a straight up. All right, well. So anyway, you got slammed in the back for what amounted to 1 point of damage. You should unequip your shield for right now. I doubt you're walking around with it strapped to your arm. I could be wrong.
costs 2 gold, I probably sleep with it and everything.
Oh, okay.
Uh-huh.
Fair enough.
And if this was our first meeting with the team last time, probably
No.
have showed everybody.
No, you guys have been hanging out. You just, you all decided you were going to get breakfast and do some shopping today or something.
But no, it's probably on my back.
Yeah, I mean, maybe just earlier today you got done watching a public execution that Dirk really wanted you to go see. He likes the way their faces turn blue. Or something. I don't know. Why did you want to see that public execution now?
What was the death method?
A hanging.
Okay.
I assume it was that my former associates were all going, so it was a social event.
Okay.
We're going to see a movie together.
It did not auto-remove surprise. I'm sad. Ignore this for a moment. I'm going back around, and I want to try out this macro and see if it works. Check conditions. Does that work? No. No. Whatever. Now, if I hit it, is it going to tell me? Yeah, now it tells me it's got to be. Okay. I forgot when you check for stunned, if it's on your turn or at the end of the round, Eric. Might want to check
End
that.
of the round.
All right. Well, you can do that right at the end of round 1. Then it sounds like.
And I see the way my dice are going to be going tonight. Okay.
Did you just stay stunned until you make it?
Yep.
You can still defend at -10. You just can't actively
Correct.
do crazy stuff. All right. Okay. Well, now we know. So, over the course of that round, people were slamming into each other. Obviously, some of the bottles were breaking around at them. A big table full of pies splashes down here, covering the stones around Griff and Dirk, and probably even a bit like around Trent in, custard and all that, making the ground nice and slippery. People are falling all over each other, fighting. Rocco, what do you want to do? There's a guy ineffectually kicking at you.
Can I scurry away from him under the table through the
Yeah,
stalls?
you can do a dodge roll.
Okay.
That was pretty bad.
Yep.
You end up trying to scurry away, but you end up like backing into where she's got some crates stacked under the table, and you find out you kind of have nowhere to go.
Uh-oh.
Bernard, what you doing?
I'm still. Anybody that's swinging at me is going to get a punch back. So, they're still coming at me.
This dude's still going for you. Go, you can clock him.
All right, here we go.
Give me a button I can hit that just automatically rolls. Dude, you nailed him, but good.
Right. You guys got to stop giving them advantage. I'm trying.
Well, for what it's worth, they're not using it. But
They literally get advantage for attacking me at all because I'm stunned.
Yeah.
sorry, I gotta apply the damage. I was waiting for you to do it because I'm dumb.
Oh.
Yeah, you clock the dude right in the face. Not in the face, I guess in the arm. Probably the ribs, really. The air kind of woofs out of him, and he's doubled over, and he's like holding up his hand. Stop, stop.
I tell him to move on. Move on before you get hurt.
Too late. Trent, stunned. Griff, what do you want to do to this guy?
I would like to ignore this guy
Yeah.
and barrel charge into the guy in front of Trent unless there's too many people in the way.
There are plenty of people around, but it's
I'm
fine.
Highly motivated.
However, give me an athletics test.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you go flipping and sliding over the pie all over the ground. The dude who was kind of trying to like grapple onto you from behind just like face plants onto the ground. You leave him in your dust, and you can indeed attack the guy who was kind of leering down at Eric but wasn't really attacking him anymore. And the guy...
Charge button, I'm going to click that.
The dude's... Basically, you knock over like 2 other people who go down in the pie and the custard and stuff, and you can do the charge.
For Sigmar!
It's pretty good. Yeah, this guy do dodge rather than parry because I feel like that makes more sense in this case. And he is getting a -10 because he was mostly unaware you were coming.
He was gloating. -10.
Yes. Oh, you weren't. Were you targeting the guy?
I was.
Then what did I fuck up? Did you roll on... How'd you roll it?
I went to combat.
Yeah.
And I hit the little fist icon in the melee weapons bar.
Why am I not? Yeah, I don't know if he actually was targeted, but whatever. We got it. We fix it. One moment. You slam into him. And, he also goes down, due to the slippery ground. You're fine, though. So you basically barrel him off his feet. He gets bruised. Did I skip Dirk? Or was... I think I skipped Dirk somehow. Dirk, what are you doing?
I mean, I feel like I'm pretty isolated, so I'm still trying to get away. Just...
Alright, go ahead and make a dodge roll. This guy does not want to let you get away. But you do anyway. You kind of probably backwards roll over a table that, used to have pies all over it. You're all coated in pie now, but the other guy, slips trying to get to you, and you've ended up on the other side of him, and there's people around you, but none of them are really focused on you at the moment. That said, there's still people all around you, and if you want to get, like, fully free of the melee, you're going to need a couple more dodges over the next couple rounds. This guy on Rocco is trying to grab him and pull him out from under the table.
Leave me alone, dude.
Give a dodge roll.
What does he want?
You rich folk coming into town, taking it over. I hate it. Hate y'all. He doesn't do any damage. He just basically pulls you out from under the table. Aims a few kicks at you that don't really do much, but you've lost your cover, essentially.
Okay.
The guy on air, who was on air, he doesn't even fight this round. He went down, and he's trying to get back to his feet. Dave, the guy on you, gives up. All right, man.
I let him go. I go looking for the next fight.
Is he sitting there like, all right, man, it's fine? He's like holding his nose, which is bleeding, and kind of holding his side. Someone else just barrels into him from behind, knocks the guy on his ass. The guy's like out cold. Al, the guy on you, after seeing that you kind of got away, just turns and starts fighting someone else. Keep in mind, there's still people all around you, but the tokens I have are just, so I have something to click on for what's fighting you. There's people everywhere. So,
is that end of round?
End of round. Go ahead, make your check. Good luck. Guy just must have knocked the wind out of you.
There.
Al, you see... Well, actually, give me a perception. Everyone give me a perception check. Hey, you got rid of it.
And immediately get a fatigue, which does about the same thing. But yeah.
Yeah, well, now you can act at least.
Sure.
Well, that was pretty bad. Yep. I'm going to be eyeballing these because you guys are in different places. And Dirk definitely made it. I think Rocco made it. Griff did not, for sure. Trent, you probably didn't, given circumstances. What you guys see is, those of you who, let's see, it would be Rocco and Dirk are the ones who noticed this. Let me figure out where this would be. Maybe back here? Yeah, let's do back here. There are 3 guys, and you kind of see them through the crowd. And the reason you had your attention turned that way is you heard, like, girlish screaming coming from that way. Kind of pinned between 2 tents, and the crowd's kind of clearing out around these guys. You see, like, an elderly lady and, like, a girl who's maybe, like, 12. They look a little better dressed than the common person here. Probably they're probably like higher silver status, you would guess. And these 3 guys have daggers out and are kind of leering at them. So definitely that is abnormal. No one else that you've really seen in this brawl has weapons out, and these guys in particular seem like they're very focused on these people. It's not just the general mayhem that you're seeing. Bernard, you missed by a lot, right? Missed by 5, yeah.
Oh yeah.
You were pretty close, so I was going to give you a bonus, but not that much of a bonus. You were just too absorbed in watching the guy in front of you get body checked to the ground. So that said,
Whoa.
Dirk, what are you doing?
I'm trying to push people into those guys.
Like body check someone into them? So one thing that makes that a little difficult is these guys who have daggers out, the crowd is actually clearing around them because nobody wants to mess with the dude who literally has a weapon out. So that there's really no one right next to them at the moment to do that, to push them, short of, picking someone up and charging them, 10 feet. Which probably isn't in your guys' wheelhouse, maybe. Maybe if he's a big dude. Like, there's no one right next to them to push into them, is what I'm trying to say.
All right, I try and go over to the people that they're interested in then, I guess.
So let me put someone on here. I'm just going to use this to represent, ignore the name, it's not who it is, but it was an older looking lady. I'm just going to put her there. That's where they are. They're kind of act between these 2 tents, and there's like crates and stuff. Basically, they've got nowhere to go. They've backed up. There's the older lady who's kind of got the child back behind her. The child's screaming, and the lady's telling him to stay away. So it's hard to get right next to him, but maybe with like acrobatics you could, if you're trying to actually get here.
Sorry, I was thinking that they were over in this area, and they were coming this way. Then I
my bad. Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't realize that they were up there. So
their backs are to you.
Yeah, so I guess I'll attack one from behind.
Unarmed or with a weapon?
I don't think I've got time to get out a weapon.
You do.
Or do I?
Yeah, you
You
do.
have time as you're moving over there.
Yeah, all right. Then I would,
I don't
then,
think
yeah,
there's really any action cost in this game for drawing a weapon, assuming it's sheathed or whatever.
Then yeah, my basic weapon or whatever it was that I got, in the last.
Your sword or short sword. I mean, you decide. What is your weapon? Axe, sword, short sword, long sword.
Probably like a short sword sort of thing.
Okay. So you're just gonna get right up behind one and get him.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I'm treating him as surprised for that. So go ahead and target one and roll the hit and give yourself a plus 20.
And that's is weapon skill or is there
Melee basic, I believe.
melee basic?
Although if you're doing it from the HUD, you're probably going to combat and then you're going to hand weapon.
And it will do melee basic for you.
Yeah. That's the ideal way to roll your attacks, because then it knows what weapon you're using for damage purposes. And if people need like an unarmed one, let me know. I can add it. So you have fumbled. Is it only a fumble if they screw up too? Let's see.
No.
Oh, wait, did you add the plus? You did add the plus 20. Well, they don't even have a roll. Do you want to re-roll, or do you want to see what the fumble is?
If you succeed because their roll is bad, does that turn your fumble?
Oh no,
into
you're
a
right.
crit?
Yes.
They don't have a roll in this case. They're surprised. I was just giving them the straight up roll at plus 20.
Okay.
Any failed combat test that also rolls a double is a fumble.
All right. So, Al, do you want to take your fumble, or do you want to spend a fortune point? Did I say it right this time?
I'll re-roll.
All right, you can. Well, it got worse, but it wasn't a fumble. So you go running up to these guys, despite their back being to you. You were covered in that pine stuff. You kind of slip over the stones, and right as you're about to jab, you kind of lose your footing and go down on one knee, and you don't connect with him. He is now, however, aware you're there. I'm curious, though. I want to hit the button to know what your fumble would have been. Yeah, you would have lost a wound. I guess, the scheme of things. Rocco, what you doing? You see this going on, and you probably can make out Dirk moving that way. You don't have the greatest visibility in the world because there is a big crowd between you guys, but...
Didn't he have somebody pulling him out from under a table last round?
Yeah, he's out from under the table.
Okay.
Maybe that's why. Maybe that's why he's seeing it. He's down at foot level.
Yeah, maybe.
I was just wondering if he still had hands all over him.
Oh no, they're not grappling. It's just that was what the guy did instead of damage.
I can't believe this commoner is like trying to rough me up. I'm gonna reach into my pocket, grab one of those 3 vials,
Yeah.
and smash it in this guy's face.
I'm gonna have to find out what those vials are. Let's look at that consumer thing. Core rulebook. Where was it?
The consumer's guide.
Yeah. Herbs and droughts. Well, 1, 2, it's probably one of 3, honestly. Give me a D3.
Okay.
Well, you smash something on him and it... Well, actually, roll the hit, I guess. Are you throwing it? What are you doing?
No, he's right next to me. I'm just gonna like...
Smash it in his face? Alright, yeah, just make an unarmed roll.
Unarmed. Is that a skill?
If you go to combat, it's on my HUD.
Oh, I see it.
You go smashing it into his face. He tries to block it, but he's too slow. You smash it. I mean, it says arm. I don't care. You smash it right into his face. The drought itself doesn't really seem to have any effect on him, but the glass from the vial as it shatters sticks into his face. I don't think you had him targeted.
I did not.
What's your strength?
I don't know.
I don't know either.
My strength is 37.
All right, it's +3, and he's got toughness. All right, you did 5 damage to him. I'm adding a +1 from the glass. So you break that into his face, and he's not real happy about that. He's got like shards of glass sticking out of his cheek. He's like, oh my god! He's totally lost interest in the fight.
Serves him right.
Bernard, there's no one specifically attacking you right now. There is melee going on all around you. The guy who you had been fighting is unconscious on the ground.
Right. Well, I totally missed that whole scene up north.
Well, what would you be wanting to do right now?
Looking around for my buddies to make sure they're okay.
All right, give me another perception roll.
Dave, I don't know why you were ever playing role-playing games that required high rolls. What is wrong with you?
At least in this game, you can pick one skill and just keep putting your points in it until finally you will make those rolls.
All right. My thought is to look around, try to spot everybody, and see who's doing the worst.
You probably don't see Rocco at the moment. He's kind of around a tent. I don't know that he's fully laying on the ground, but he's down low at least. You can probably see the guy who's screaming near him, but you don't see Rocco. You see Griff standing over a guy who's on the ground and another guy behind him. Actually, a whole bunch of people around Griff.
I'm screaming too, but it's joy screams.
There's a bunch of people basically just laid out around Griff who all went down in the pie nonsense. You probably see Trent there. He just looks a little out of it. And then you also see Dirk, who looks like he kind of slipped down on a knee, and that's probably when you notice the 3 guys with daggers, one of which has turned to look at Dirk. The other 2, you can't tell who they're menacing, but definitely there's something in front of them that they're focused on.
Yeah.
So if you want to also move,
standing over Dirk with a knife, I'm actually going to go that way.
All right, so you can get up there this turn, and then next turn you could do something else. But essentially, your round was figuring out what was going on, and I will give you one advantage. You were kind of assessing the battlefield with that action.
Okay.
To be clear, you can't just sit there and make perception checks every round. But this was the first time, and that sort of stuff is supposed to be able to give advantage, so we'll do it.
Okay.
You guys are up to 6, by the way, if you end up needing to spend some. Trent, how's it going?
Badly for this guy, hopefully.
There's people all around you. No one's specifically attacking you.
Well, there was a guy who did attack me, so the Warhammer comes out, and how dare you strike a priest of Sigmar?
Yeah.
Heresy!
All right. The guy basically just does this. Ah! He's going to dodge rather than parry. I don't see that working for him, though. Oh, no. Nope, he did not. Are you applying the critical, or are you kind of pulling your blow?
After yelling heresy? No.
You have to announce that before the attack.
There was no pulling that blow.
Okay.
Wow.
You smash it down into his body. He gets smashed rib cage, and he is essentially, out of it.
Yeah. But yes, that yell was going as loud as I can in the entire crowd.
Everybody backs off around you. The guy would be screaming in pain, but he's probably unconscious at the moment. You took him to 0. The crit was because you took him to 0 wounds.
Yeah.
All right.
He rolled into it at that point, didn't he?
He must.
Damage
Well,
went up a good amount.
Yeah, he rolled a.
He added 5 on top of it.
Yeah, that's weird, actually.
Because you did 12 damage and he took 17.
He rolled a 45 versus 30, but it called that a -0.
Huh.
He was prone, though. Oh, what the hell?
I pressed the critical 50 thing, and that's what happened.
Oh.
I guess I'm dead now. Sucks.
Yeah, how did you... Oh, it's because your weapon's, damaging?
Can you
So
not
you-
pull a blow?
Oh, that. Yeah, no, it added. It.
So-
that
so you
doesn't
got the
show there, but
9.
It adds. Yeah,
You got the 9.
It adds the 9 from my roll.
Instead of the 4. Impaling is the one that adds. The damaging uses one or the other.
Whichever one's better. Yeah.
Yeah, which is why it was 5 better. Okay. Yeah. You know the downside, Warhammer, you're supposed to go last. In this case, it doesn't matter. But I think that is the downside.
Anyway.
Oh no, like everybody else would, all the bad guys would still have to go. That guy wasn't doing anything. It doesn't matter this round. It's just something we got to remember.
Yeah.
Griff, what you doing?
Well, I will turn to the guy that I think first attacked me with blood craze in my eyes and charge him while yelling, heretics!
Sure, go ahead. It's the guy who's on the ground here. Let me make him prone.
Oh yeah, he fell down too, huh?
Yep. Yeah, go ahead. You can smack the crap out of him. That'll probably do. Oh, yeah, you still won, but not by as much. You bash into him. Hey, give me an athletics check.
Yeah. Oh, with like rolls?
Yeah, like with a roll. That was real bad. You are now prone on the ground with him, having slipped on the custard and all the other crap there.
Fantastic.
Doesn't really matter. You more or less you slammed your body into him and tackled him as he was trying to get back up. Now you're both down, rolling in it, along with a few other people. Okay. So these guys were essentially surprised. So basically they're all turning to look at this guy who was coming up behind them. But they don't actually attack this round. And as they're finally kind of getting their wits about them, Bernard also ends up jogging up there. And now they're kind of looking at the two of you. But I'm not going to have them go till next round. Adam, the guy and you, the fight went out of him. He's done. Granted, there's still all sorts of other people around you. Bunch of people clearing the area around Trent. After the Warhammer came out, like there were some screams, and there's a radius around him now. I don't know. Oh, this is this guy. I can just remove. You know what? This guy's going to try to punch you back, Andrew. I need to do that again because I did not have you targeted. All right, you can dodge, or you can, unarmed.
Yeah, I'm not really into dodging.
Yeah. He punches you in the arm for probably what amounts to 1 damage. Let's find out.
Wow.
Oh yeah, you take a bruise. All right.
Cool.
So that is the end of the round. I don't know if anyone has stuff they need to trigger off that. Probably not. Let me hit this check conditions button. Oh, it did something. Oh. It actually... It's that guy it rolled the stun for. What the heck? Alright, whatever. New round, so describe some other stuff that happened over the course of the round. There was a guy with the entertainers who was like a fire breather. He's up here. You end up seeing him blow fire over the heads of like a bunch of the crowd that were near them. One dude's hair catches on fire, and the guy starts screaming and patting his head. The fire breather guy's just laughing his ass off. Basically, melee's still going all on around you. You guys up by the knife dudes, people are aware they have knives, but no one's come to your aid, and also no one. I don't know. They're giving you guys some distance, but there's still fighting going on around you. A couple people near Eric yell "murderer," but they quickly kind of disappear into the crowd away because they don't want to be anywhere near you, and you're like, yeah, whatever. All right. Back to the top. Dirk, what you doing?
Again, I guess.
For what it's worth, the guy who turned to you is like, "Get out of here! It's none of your business." I mean, I doubt that
Making it my
affects you.
business.
All right, yeah, go ahead. Roll to attack him. That might hit. Let's find out. Wish this combat tracker had a resizer. You did not succeed. You take a stab at him, and he parries with his. Well, he doesn't parry with it. You guys are fighting each other, and you don't connect. Really, is what it amounts to. You don't get a good stab in. It's real close, though. Rocco, how about you?
I'm gonna wander my way over to where
I'm just gonna take the guy off. Okay. What's your move? That's probably a full round right there. That's probably you like dashing. Actually, give me a athletics or dodge, your choice.
Athletics. Okay.
Okay. Yeah, you successfully kind of wind your way through a bunch of people brawling with each other and managed to not get entangled in any of it. Okay. Mostly because there's kind of a gap up here now. Not a huge one, but you said you were going by them, but you're not near them. Is that intentional?
Yeah, I'm kind of just like standing off by the side watching.
Okay. You're probably about where... Let me... Probably this radius here is about the clear area around them, for what it's worth.
Okay, then I'll go over here.
And then for Eric... It would be clear north of you, except a lot of those people kind of couldn't get away because they fell down in the muck. Yep. For Eric, that's probably about your radius at the moment, which...
Okay.
It's honestly pretty good. All right. Rocco, you got up there. Were you doing anything else? You spent your round moving because that was a pretty big move.
Yep.
Bernard, what you want to do?
So how does disarming work in this system?
I don't even know if there is.
Okay. My intention was to, convince these guys weapons are not the way to go. And if that means just taking it from him, then fine. But
there is a disarm talent.
you have to have the talent then.
Well, let's see what the talent says, and then...
Page 136.
Sounds like you need a talent.
Well, that's crappy.
Yeah. I mean, you could call shot to the arm, and if you.
Can I call shot to the arm with a weapon?
And then if you. It's like not a guarantee. It's more like if you crit, yeah, they're probably going to not be able to use their weapon anymore. But not so much to knock it out of their hand.
All right. Sure.
I guess the way to think of it is right now it's not really in your skill set.
All right.
The downside to the called shot, though, as you recall, is minus 20 to hit. So
20 to hit.
These guys
Use
are
advantage to
armed.
counter it.
Or just
What?
kill them. Killing people disarms them.
Yeah, it does.
Use some of the advantage to counter that if need be.
Oh, that's a good point. You guys are up to 8 advantage.
Yeah.
So, as a reminder, things you can do with advantage are...
Let's see.
Knock them
Batter.
prone,
Correct.
add some other status to them,
Yeah,
plus you or plus additional action.
let's see.
Is could I I'm trying to see what trick is. Could I use that
Like do a
to,
disarm for a disarm?
Trick is effectively push some condition on them.
right, ablaze, blinded, entangled.
So, like, you could push them into the tent ropes to try to entangle them.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
sounds good. I'll try that.
Keep in mind, too, for advantage, you just get a whole extra attack, too.
Yeah.
Should that come up? Okay, yeah, it's just one advantage. That's pretty cheap, actually. And it takes the place of
idea
your
is you
attack,
can't-
though.
Well, it's opposed agility checks for this.
Yeah, that makes sense. Well, that was pretty good.
Nice.
I don't... Which one were you targeting? I can't see. The middle one?
It was this one.
That one, okay.
I wanted to get the guy off Dirk first.
And you said agility, right?
Yep.
Oh, he almost had a 6, but instead he had an 86. You won by 8, which is pretty damn good. So yeah,
Do I basically rush in and I put both hands on his chest and just propel him halfway through that tent that's behind him.
yeah, that works. I'm gonna give him 2 entangled conditions because you really won that. And let's find out what entangled even does, because I don't know.
On your turn, you may not move, and all your actions involving movement of any kind suffer a minus 10 penalty. For your action, you can remove an entangled condition if you win an opposed strength test against the source of entanglement.
I'm gonna make him prone as well. So you knocked him down. Well, I mean, you got him entangled, which knocked him prone. He stumbled over some crates and stuff that were there too, and the dude just gets wrapped up. His
Over some tent poles, and the corner of the tent comes down, and he's got to get out of there.
the dude's a mess right now. Trent was up. Bernard, I had you go, right? And you missed. Is that correct? Yeah. Okay.
Bernard just did the...
Or, I'm sorry, I meant Dirk. My bad. Dirk.
Oh yeah, I missed.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, Trent, that dude is...
Yeah, that dude, and no one's coming at me, right?
Yeah, no one's messing with you. Yeah.
We just lost 4
Group advantage.
weird.
advantage. Yeah, we lost 4 advantage. We should have went from 8 to 7.
What did you do to make it happen?
I went over to the combat tab and
Yep.
I punched down the group advantage box and then just hit the button that said trick.
Do that one more time. I'm curious how much it spends. That's weird.
1.
You guys,
Then
you
what?
thought you said you were at 8 though?
We're at 8.
Okay.
We were at 8.
I'll make it 7. It's fine. All right. What's Trent doing?
Since everyone seems to be clearing out away from me,
Yeah.
going back to preaching, telling everyone to stop rioting.
The one guy,
Bad will happen to you
One of
waving
the-
your club around.
one of the guys who's at your feet, like covered in custard, has been trying to get back up. Except Andrew like bowled him over twice now. He's like, yes, sir, praise Sigmar. And he like gets on his knees and he's, yeah. Griff, you're on top of a dude.
Yeah, I'm just gonna punch him in the face as many times as I can.
Well, you know,
You know,
one roll, but you know, however many punches that actually is for Sigmar.
or
That was a pretty good roll.
Sigmar, bless me.
Sigmar literally could bless you. The dude also had a good roll, but you still won. You basically you're grappling with the dude. I mean, not game mechanics grappling, but you guys are rolling around on the ground and you're punching the shit out of him, and he's definitely losing that fight. Dave, one of these ruffians is going to take a stab at you with his dagger. Or his knife, I should say. You can,
I'm gonna have to dodge. I can't parry that unarmed.
You cats are in the dangerous combat.
technically you can.
We're in the fun one.
You could. I don't think you really want to.
My SL is one better on parry than dodge. That's about it.
Yeah, okay.
Oh, no, you can't use the parry skill. You could use the unarmed skill. Is that what you meant?
Yeah. Yeah, I use unarmed.
No, yeah.
My
It just,
unarmed is a 40.
no, it just means you're throwing up a hand and blocking and doing ninja shit. I mean, whatever. That's fine.
All right.
That's allowed. As far as I know.
Hit? Oh, wow. All right.
No, he missed by one, but, you could miss worse. Or you could just...
Or you could punch him in the leg for that.
Well, you don't get to hit him, but had you crit, that would have worked.
Yeah.
Although you're not doing...
The return damage is only on crits? For defense person?
Except in rare circumstances. Like, there are... I don't know how players can do it. I'm sure there's ways. There are NPCs who can have the champion trait, where basically if they win a defense roll, they get to attack you as if it was their attack. But no, in general, it just means they parry. So yeah, he takes a knife swing at you, but I don't know. Describe to me how you block it. Van Damme it for me.
Well, I came in and I pushed that guy back into the tent, and as he just kind of turns around with this wild swing with his dagger, I grab him, I take the back of his elbow and just keep spinning him around.
Nice. It's Hercules style. I feel it.
Yeah.
Oh, Kevin Sorbo would do it.
It is how Kevin Thurbo would do it.
The other dude kind of moves up on you and tries to get at you. It is now 2-on-1, which gives him an advantage, and I don't remember what that is. And I apologize if I've never remembered it before now, because you guys are going to have to help me remember that. 2-on-1. Let me find the combat section. It's either +10 or +20. +20. In retrospect, though, you should have gotten it for the guy you were entangling when you were doing that check, probably.
Okay.
But, Well, Dave, you can dodge or melee.
I will parry again.
But even with his +20, he missed by 10, so...
As long as I don't roll too bad.
Nope, you're looking like a complete fucking Chad as you carry 2 different knife blows coming in at you. Let's see. The only brawler who really... I'm going to remove that guy from combat. The only guy who's really still brawling is the one with Griff, who's now trying to bite you. He got a 94. Hey, Griff, do you want to try to not get hit by that 94?
Well, it's an unarmed thing, right? I'm not dodging.
Yeah, no. No. Plus, you have the chance to crit him if you... Well, you weren't good either, but you were better than he was. He tries gnawing on you, and you just, you get him in a headlock and keep him off. The other entangled dude What can you do? For an action, you can remove an untangled condition if you win an opposed strength test against the source. I'm going to... Dude, I don't know what the source would be in this case. Because a lot of times that would be like someone entangling you and holding the other end. I'm going to call it a... I think I'm just going to have him roll and have it just be... Assume the other side says 0. So what is it? What was the check again? Strength. He partially untangles himself. Should I get that loaded up, Eric? Should I get that loaded up?
Something I had sitting around in various things. So if you want to use it for another time, save it for that.
Yeah, I'll have to find that. All right. That is the end of the round? Question mark? Yeah, okay. So, you guys don't even know where it came from. Must have been a stall selling livestock. But a pig comes running out, squealing like crazy. The crowd parts. It ends up sliding right through the pie mess there. Kind of bowling a bunch of people over. Griff, you're already down on the ground, so it doesn't matter. Trent, give me a athletics roll.
Why?
Just a random pig running through all this.
Then I'm hitting it with the Warhammer.
Well, that's fine. You can hit it as it goes by, but definitely it's just this barreling, massive object sliding by you.
Or do you want?
No, I think Warhammer's fine. If you hit it, you're probably yeah, that's fine. You can do that. Just make a roll. You don't have to target anything. That's probably fine. Let me roll a D100 on my end. Oh, that was actually pretty good. You still hit, and you had a 9, so that's going to be a lot of damage. Yeah, this pig comes by, and it's like, before it even gets to you, it's sliding along the ground, right? Like, it's not even in control of itself anymore. And rather than step aside, you just tee up, and I guess smash it in the face with your Warhammer, and now there's a dead pig that slides, back a ways a little bit the way it came. People don't seem as frightened by that, but, that's because no one's near you anymore to watch.
Yeah.
But definitely the pig is no longer squealing. All right. I don't want to pop out chat. Where are we at? Dirk, what you doing? I'm going to move this guy back because you could get around him. He's kind of like entangled up in the tent there. The old lady and the girl are still kind of backed in there. They don't really have a good way of getting out that feels risk-free.
Oh, I just let Bernard handle it. He seems like he's doing fine.
Al, you there?
Yeah, so I'm attacking this guy again. I'll give it another try.
All right. I saw dice. There it goes. Were you hitting? Who are you hitting? I can't tell. The one who's all entangled.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes it easier. I believe he can still defend, but let me double check. Suffers a -2 on actions involving movement. He's prone. It already gave you a +20. All right. He does his best to parry with his knife. But does not succeed. And you end up stabbing him for 5 damage. He's like, oh, shit. guys, help me get out of here. He's at this point, he's probably taking the dagger, and rather than attacking you, he's like trying to cut himself free from, you know, the stuff wrapped around his leg. Rocco.
Rocco's gonna go around the backside and try to get this lady out of here.
Give me a climb roll if you want to get up. They kind of had some stuff stacked up behind them.
Okay.
Climb or athletics, or whichever. With that roll, it doesn't matter.
Yep.
You maneuver in position. You're probably up on some crates behind her by the end of the round, and you're like, "What's up?" Or I don't know. What are you saying to her?
I say, "You look like you're in trouble. Come with me. I'll get us out of here."
She'll start lifting the little girl up to you.
Okay.
You didn't say, "Come with me if you want to live."
That's what I was expecting.
Sorry. Next time.
So next round they'll be doing that, or they'll be starting it this round. Either way, Bernard.
Let's see. I guess I'm gonna. Hey, there's. I might be just remembering 3-5, but there's no detriment to attacking unarmed if your defender's got a weapon, right?
Checking. Hold on. I
feel
think
like
there might be,
no.
but I think it's already covered.
What do you mean already covered?
Where is what I want? Let's try this.
There's some stuff about reach that I never paid much attention to yet. And that might be it, but I'm not going to worry about it if it's that. I don't remember reading anything about it.
Okay, well, I was trying to figure out why he keeps getting undamaging.
If you're undamaging is just unarmed attacks are undamaging by default.
Where was that part? That's the only. That's okay.
That's because his fists are undamaging. I don't know where it says that, but
Okay,
basically
that's
armor
what I
counts
was-
double against it.
My attack.
You are guaranteed a minimum one.
The guy to
point
the
damage.
north.
You're punching him.
Yeah, I punched him.
All right.
Is there a reason you aren't pulling your weapon out?
I don't want to kill him.
You
Well-
can call that you're using like the flat of the sword and still get the benefits of using a sword against him.
Well, either way, you just did 7 damage after his armor.
What are
Right.
the benefits of using
doesn't
the
have
sword
armor.
over the unarmed? What
In
benefits?
this case, a little bit more damage.
A little bit more damage.
Depends on your skill,
so
too.
It would be.
You're
Well,
a
yeah,
better
still-
brawler, so you know it's a.
If you're a better brawler, that might count. So right now your damage was 4. What's your strength bonus?
4.
So right now your damage is your strength bonus plus your roll.
SL, yeah.
With a weapon, it would be that plus 4 more.
Depending on the weapon.
The hand weapon most everyone has is just a plus 4.
Just 4.
Yeah, strike bonus plus 4. So yeah, you'd be doing more damage. It'd be different role playing wise too, though. One is like in this case, you might not care, right?
Yeah.
These guys have daggers or attacking, but you don't care if you kill them, right?
You're sitting there, you're kind of knocking their hand aside and then punching them.
But there's a big difference, from the perspective of people watching, of someone punching the shit out of you versus you stabbing them or attacking them to death with a sword. So even if you're pulling your weapon, your blows. Either way, you clock the guy pretty good. Trent, what you doing? The dead pig, over there. Griff's rolling around with the guy. Everyone else is prostrating themselves before you were trying to get away.
Is there still a bunch of stuff between me and everything going on north? Do I know what's going on yet?
Actually, you've got a pretty clear path north, except that it's slippery. If you move at half rate, you don't have to make a check. But
No, he
Do I know what's going
about
on?
it.
oh, I'm sorry. Give me a perception check, but it's way easier now.
Probably you see Adam on top of boxes in a tent. That's weird.
It all depends. There's so much going on that it's you don't see Adam. You probably see the back of Bernard and Dirk. They're up there. I think with that roll, you probably don't necessarily see that there's weapons involved at the moment.
Okay.
You're catching them through,
Yeah.
the crowd. But you at least know where the rest of your party is. Is there anything you want to do?
We're going to try this because it's got to work one of these times. Which one do I want to give you?
I turn off the market sounds. I feel like all these people shopping probably is not appropriate at this point.
I think once in a while I hear a cell phone going off.
Yeah.
Does that do the right thing?
I'm Murloc once in a while. What were you doing, Eric? I didn't see anything. Oh, I did.
I tried
oh, no.
Do a
Sorry,
blessing of battle on Griff, and it said sent request to GM.
Weird. I didn't see anything.
Okay.
That said, it looks like he has the blessing on him.
Well, it shouldn't have happened until I did the prey skill, I don't think.
Well, it's there, but we'll figure it out.
Yeah, no, that did not.
All right, let me take it off him. You're praying to Sigmar, though.
Yeah.
Sigmar thinks Griff already has it handled. Griff, what are you doing?
I'm just gonna beat the shit out of this guy.
Yeah, keep going. This guy's already bleeding all over the place. Well, I mean, not bleeding, but bruises, bloody nose, bloody lip, that sort of thing. Not bleeding to death, bleeding.
Uh-oh.
Oh, that was real bad. So you had him in a headlock, and you won against Trent. He was countering your blood. I don't know what the hell happened there, but regardless, you had this guy in a headlock, and he was so covered in pie and shit that he slips out of it, and he ends up punching you in the ribs a few times, not for damage, but now he's laughing because he feels like he's got the advantage now. Dave, you clock the shit out of this guy. He's going to try to stab you. Why does he have a cloak +4? What the hell does that do? Can you use your cloak as a weapon?
You can use your cloak as a parry weapon.
Oh, that was you who had it, actually. Okay.
Yeah. It's offhand, undamaging, blah, blah, blah.
So again, this guy gets a bonus because they're fighting you 2-on-1 right now.
Okay.
He's got a pretty good hit so far. What do you can parry or whatever?
Parry it again. Hopefully. I shouldn't say anything.
He slips through your defenses and jabs a knife into your side, which after your soak was still 5 damage. As the other one tries it too. Ooh. Well, that was a good roll. Dave, you need another roll. You got advantage if you want to use it.
I was going to say, use some of the advantage.
For what?
Give yourself like plus 20% on the roll.
So 2 advantage gives you +10, and then every advantage past that gives you an additional +10.
But 2 advantage gives me +10. How do you spend advantage?
Go to the combat, the group advantage drop down. There's the additional effort.
I don't know if it's going to have an additional pop-up or if I'll just have to modify it, but...
That just spent like 7.
Yeah,
Dude, I don't understand how this is working. Well, how much do you want to spend?
It said it was 2 for the first 10%, and then 10%
For every
per
point
after
thereafter.
that.
Yep.
So spend 3.
All right, so you're
That'll
getting
give me
+20.
20%, right? Yeah.
So I need to give you back... Should be at 6,
4.
right? 4? I thought you guys were at 9.
We were at 10.
10.
Oh,
So we need 7.
okay.
So do I need to make the change, or is there some change
When you roll your defense,
Just give yourself plus 20 on
It'll-
advantage.
+20, which you can either set it to be average, which does a +20, or you can put a total +20 in the box, whatever. Well, he still hit you, but not as well.
All right.
He had rolled a 5 on his roll. So you saved yourself 2 damage essentially. That though.
Yeah.
But yeah, you just got. I mean, they're slashing at you. It's surface level cuts right now. You're bleeding.
Okay.
As one slashes across your, chest, and one got your leg. But nothing critical. Nothing that won't heal in a day or two.
Okay.
Who the hell is this guy? Getting rid of that guy. Andrew, the guy on you, laughs maniacally and starts trying to headbutt you. Please respond in however you would. How is he as a... Oh, you guys are both getting bonuses at each other because you're both prone.
Yeah.
That's interesting. It makes it more likely you hit each other, but not more likely you defend.
Okay. So I'm rolling something.
Dodge or melee, up to you.
All right. I put my elbow in the way.
He gets his headbutt in. It does a whole point of damage to you.
Damn.
He says, you can tell at this point he's just enjoying the fight. He's not even mad at you. He's just...
Yeah, he should join our team.
He's having a good time. And finally, Entangled Man is trying to cut himself free. His agility and strength are the same, so it doesn't really matter. I'm gonna give him a weapon skill rather than a strength test to try to get him.
That makes sense. He's trying to cut him.
He rolled a 5. So he has become unentangled and he gets to his feet. That is his turn. Here we are, round 6. Let me check something. Eric, Griff, and Rocco give me perception rolls.
Okay.
Wow, those were real bad. Well, Rocco, you can see the guy who'd been breathing fire.
Yeah.
You don't know how, or you didn't see it happen, but you happened to see one last burst of flame over there, and then he's like clutching his chest and he falls over, and you briefly see that there was a crossbow like in his back, crossbow bolt in his back, and he's dead, or at least he's down. He was like down where the performers were, like down by here.
Ah, okay.
Also, now that you're up here, you see over here, there's like a minstrel up on top of another group of crates. And he's like playing his fiddle and singing a song and just like really enjoying himself. So last round, you got up there and you start helping the little girl up, and assuming you stick it with it this round, like you can get her up and probably get the granny up too, if you're trying to get them both up.
Yeah, I want to get out of here with them.
Okay. Well, this round you can get them both like up and over the crates on the other side.
Yeah. That sounds great.
There is still a lot of brawling going around on the other side, but it doesn't look like most people are interested in killing or fighting grannies and little kids.
Excellent.
You might get brawled, but in the moment you're not in a position where that's... Anyway, over the course of the round, I assume that's what you're doing. You're helping them out.
Yep.
Bernard is gone. We'll come to him in a moment. And I think Dirk's first. Somehow I keep skipping him. Dirk. So this one dude finally got untangled. He's next to you.
Yeah.
But Bernard's also getting really messed up because he's getting 2v1'd by these other guys, which are giving him nice bonuses to hit.
All right, I guess I'll switch to the guy in the middle then.
Okay. So you can probably push yourself right there. And at that point, I think no one's getting any bonuses against anyone anymore. You're kind of all in the same melee at this point. So if you want to attack him, go ahead. Well, I guess potentially you guys could get a bonus on this guy if you both attack him. That was a real bad roll, but hey, It could happen. It does. You get him in the head. He was busy fighting Bernard and dodging some of his blows, and he kind of zigs right into your blade. You end up sticking him in the head. He goes down to 0 wounds, which means he's prone and unconscious. You also smashed his face, destroying his eye and nose in a cloud of blood. He gains 3 bleeding, 3 blinded, and 2 stunned, and he loses an eye and nose. Basically, you just cut part of his face off. And I'm not going to roll it out, but he's at 0 wounds with 3 bleeding. He's definitely going to bleed out and die, short of some miraculous intervention there. So, good blow struck, sir. Good blow struck. I love the blood splatter module. That is my favorite thing. All right, Rocco, we talked about. Bernard, Dave, you back yet? Looks like no.
He's on the phone.
Oh, okay. Trent.
I will headbutt him back. This seems
Well,
great.
me.
Yeah, you're not Trent.
I'm not Trent anymore.
They continue to give him blessings of Sigmar? Or try?
I'm gonna come up to here slowly and see if Griff finishes this round. Otherwise, I'll grab him and start heading up to the rest of our group.
Probably your impression at this point is they're both having a great time down there.
Sure.
The people who were like on the ground here actually crawl away from you as you make your way through the mess. And probably as soon as they're able, they scurry away and go run in the other direction.
Yep.
And you're still holding your Warhammer, right? Like you look like you mean business. All right. Yeah, the crowd's giving you a berth as you move. I'm gonna get rid of that circle. We don't really need it. All right, Griff, what are you doing?
Headbutt.
Hell yeah.
Meh.
Well, you still hit him. Not for much, but you hit him. Come on! He yells.
Let's go beat up somebody else.
You say that?
Yeah.
Hell yeah! He starts helping you get to your feet, assuming you help each other. He's down. This guy is out of the fight. I gotta wait for Dave. What? Let's give it a minute. Let's get time for like a restroom break or something. I'll be back.
All right.
All right, my mom called.
No problem.
What happened? I heard somebody tore somebody's face off from the next room.
Not quite so much on that one. Rago was still helping people. Dirk came over to help you. We waited for you on your turn. I moved up to pull Griff apart if they didn't, but they've decided to go fight him and the guy he was fighting decided to get up and go fight other people as well.
All right.
Hey, Dave. Hey, Dave.
Hey, Derek. Sorry, my mom called.
Oh, no problem. Dirk managed to stab a guy and basically cut his nose off and take out an eyeball. Yeah, that dude went down.
Yeah.
We kind of skipped over you, so I need to know what you're doing.
That's fine. I was gonna hit the other guy, I guess. Dirk went before me, so I'm going after the other guy. Yeah.
Yep.
All right. Oh no. Oh well.
Well, you know, Dirk didn't hit either, but it still turned out. Oh, nope. I don't think this entire game we've ever had a defensive critical, have we?
Yeah. Very first game. That was the very first attack on me. Is
that the one? Is that the one crit you took?
Yeah.
All right. All right. So this guy is going to stab at you, Bernard. Ooh, we got a crit. You need to actually resolve the crit. I think the crit resolves regardless if he had a successful roll.
No.
Only if Dave fails.
Well, if he's trying to kill me, he's pretty much going to succeed.
Well,
not real wounds.
Not kill you, but don't forget you got 9 advantage here.
Because it technically is whoever has the better SL wins. So if Dave ends up winning, then it's a fumble instead of a crit. Well, it reads it as during the post test, it is possible to fumble and still win if you score a higher SL than your.
Yeah, I think the fumble or crit's based on like your target number, not on the opposed SL. But I definitely could be wrong.
Yeah.
We haven't really had to deal with that, so. Any successful melee or range test that also rolls a double. So it is a successful test. It's just not necessarily.
Yeah.
I think. You know what? There's a flow chart somewhere. Let me pull up the flow chart real quick for comparison. Warhammer 4E combat flow chart. Boom. I'll link this just for everybody's own funness. Attacker and defender both rolled D100. Was double rolled by attacker or defender? Yes. Was double above the skill tested? Yes. Roll on the oops table?
No.
Oh, am I? Oh, I see. Yeah, right. So it's based on the skill tested. It's not, so crits and fumbles go outside of the. Okay, whatever.
Okay.
So before you even roll your roll, Dave, we actually resolve the crit. This is hitting you in the arm. Do you have armor on your arm?
I might. Hold on, trappings.
It looks like.
What do you have?
Breastplate, leggings, skull cap.
Nope, it looks like you have legs, body, head, but not arms.
Okay.
At least that's how I'm reading that. Otherwise, you could take a point of damage to your armor to soak the crit.
Right. You're right. Yep. No arm.
I thought that was only a death crit.
Nope, it can be any crit. I'm pretty sure. You had your hand cut. Well, I mean, right now it doesn't matter. We can look it up, but
yeah, I'll look.
So you are bleeding. And this is on your right arm, which is probably your weapon arm, right? Well, you're not holding anything, so it doesn't matter.
Nope.
So you took a critical hit. You're bleeding. And it would be hard to hold on to stuff right now. It also gave you 2 extra wounds, which is already accounted for. Now you make your defense roll.
Okay. I will spend the points there.
Benny.
Let's see.
Right now he's at +1 SL, if that matters to you.
Yeah, it does. Because he's going to do how much damage?
At the moment, he's at 6.
Yeah. I'm going to do +40, so spend 5 of those.
Yep. You don't even have to hit the button on your thing. I'll just...
Jesus. Well, I go down.
Well,
You want to use a
fortune point. You get your +40
fortune
again.
point for either a reroll or a +1 from there.
Do what?
Your choice. You can spend a fortune point.
+1 means I take 5 damage, and then I go down.
You
Then
can,
you might spend it for the reroll.
if you do the reroll, you still get your +40.
40.
Yeah. I'll do the reroll. Let's see. Use a fortune point to reroll. There we go. Well, it's somewhat better.
It was
Oh,
enough.
look, I only go down.
Well, no, you don't go down. You parried. You won.
You said he had a +6.
No. I said he had a +1.
Oh.
He was at 6 damage. He was at 6 damage.
Okay.
Yeah. So you get your hand up and you parry. He still, managed to crit you and all that, but you didn't take any.
Probably what
damage
happened.
from
I
it.
stuck my hand up, and I've now got a knife in my hand.
Yeah, but it didn't go into your chest, so win. Let's see. We already did Andrew headbutting. We already. No, the guy didn't attack you back yet, did he? He's got to. No, you guys are helping each other up. I remember now.
Yeah, we joined forces.
Al, this guy next to you is spending 4. Is it 4 advantage? One moment. Yeah, 2 advantage to flee without being attacked. So this guy goes running off. And yeah. I was hoping that was gonna. Do you get a bleed check, or is it only once you lose all your wounds?
Once you go to 0,
Once you lose all your wounds.
Or like if Eric came over and healed you.
Or
Yeah.
bleeding condition. Die. I know that.
That's so weird that yeah. It's only a 10% chance of dying.
Every round forever until you stop the bleeding.
Well, that's why you need healing. Hell yeah.
Just put some whipped cream in there. Be fine.
I'm doing my part. All right. So one of the dudes went running off. Adam had gotten the girl and the older lady over and out of danger. Oh, thank you, we'll never forget this. Thank you so much. Andrew or Griff and this dude are just having a brawl with no real damage, but they're both really enjoying it. And here we are. Dirk. Yeah, Dirk's actually for. Okay, yeah, Dirk, what are you doing? This dude had just messed up. This dude here had just messed up Bernard. This guy here is basically down and out of the fight. I can move him aside. You could step over him, no problem. He's probably dead at this point, bleeding out. Oh, wait. Apply bleeding 1. Oh, that's cool. Okay. I didn't see that popped up. That's really cool. I applied it to him. He fell unconscious. He managed to lose one of them. Maybe he won't die. That's cool that it automated that. All right. You there?
Yep.
What you doing?
So now I want to attack the other guy.
All right, do it.
+2, because
Yep. Plus 20. 2 on 1.
Maybe use some of those magic points we have.
We have 4 left. Or save him for Dave not to die. You know, one of the two.
Save him for Dave.
Yeah, we'll save him for Dave.
Damn it, Dave.
Well, so far, so good.
I like the. Oh, never mind.
You
still won and did damage.
yeah, you won and did damage. You get a stab on him along his arm. Cries out in pain. He looks like maybe he's looking to get away. Hard to say. Rocco, you're probably up on the crate now. You can decide what you want to do from there. The lady and the little girl seem probably okay at this point. They're doing their best to like weave their way through the crowd, but the plus side is none of the crowd's trying to mess with them. The downside is it's still there, so they're not moving real fast. But
Are they taking off?
yeah, they're trying to get the hell out of the general area. They're just not making it very far because there's just so many people.
Okay, I guess I just let them go and
Okay.
make my way back over here.
They did. They were like, "Thank you, thank you. Oh my god, thank you so much."
Yeah. Okay.
All right, you're kind of climbing over the tents or something.
I'm going
Again?
back to where I was before.
Okay. Yeah, no problem. That should be easy at this point. Do anything in particular? Or...
Just watching.
All right, give me a perception roll.
Okay.
All right, Bernard.
All right. Another fist to this guy's face. I should target him first. I'm currently
What'd you get?
letting the entire crowd know about how awful these people are pulling weapons.
Did you
in
give
the middle
yourself
of a good old-fashioned brawl?
Uh-oh, careful. Did you give yourself a plus 20?
Oh, is it what?
Did you give
2 on
yourself a
1.
plus 20?
No, I did not.
So you'd be -7, hopefully.
Why would I be at -7?
On your roll. I had to take 20 off your roll since I can't add 20 to the other side. It doesn't let me edit.
Oh,
It
I'm
does.
sorry.
It does let me edit that way. Let me do that.
Well, why were you adding? I'm sorry. What?
You're
You
2
get
on 1.
+20 because it's 2 on 1. You outnumber him.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I did not do that. That was my bad.
I got it. I added it in after. I really like that I can edit it on the card. That's awesome.
Yes.
He rolled a 91, so you clocked him real good. Do you want to deliver a critical with your fist?
I don't want to kill him.
It could happen. It probably won't.
It probably won't. Dude stabbed you.
Okay. Yeah, I'll hit it. Can I hit the button?
Yeah, hit the button. So yeah, you probably did some sort, rather than actually punching him, you probably grabbed his arm while he was stabbing at you and, did like a cool jujitsu throw, but, essentially wrenched his arm out of his socket while you were doing it. He is down and unconscious. Anyway. Brent, were you doing anything?
Griff seems to have things well in hand here, so slowly start working my way up there. And you said I gotta go slow to not trip down here, so.
Yeah. Okay, these guys are done. Griff, what were you doing? You guys helped each other up.
I guess it depends on what I see. I'm looking for more combatants that we can bum run.
You definitely can find some people nearby that you could go start brawling with. So you're probably heading that way with him.
Yeah. Okay.
And at the end of the round, Bernard bleeds one more. The guy on the ground apparently didn't die. Good for him. You guys hear a crack of gunfire, and mostly the crowd stops fighting. And as you look around, you see blue and gold uniforms of the Ubersreik Watch basically surrounding. I mean, not a perfect perimeter or anything, but they have arrived at the marketplace. And you see, one of the soldiers who seems to be their commander or something, the one who just fired a gun in the air. She's standing on top of. She's elevated a bit. She's standing up on a table or something. She says, "You are all under arrest." And the module says this is an appropriate time to fade to black rather than just, have everybody do weird shit. So unless anyone has a particular problem with that, we're going to scene transition here. We will assume Trent is able to stop the bleeding on Bernard before the watch. Actually, Trent, go ahead and give me, assuming you're going to try, go ahead and give me a first aid roll on Dave. Basically, the crowd all stops fighting and the soldiers come in and round everybody up. And they look like they are not going to tolerate anyone who's going to try to fight them or escape. Ooh, that's real bad. You know what? At this point, you still got 6 advantage.
Yeah, I'll use them accordingly.
There was no reason not to at that point. That gets you down to 22.
32.
You're right, 32.
You lose 1.
But it heals the bleed, right?
But it'll heal the bleed.
Which is the most important part.
Oh, I also forgot to change it to average. So definitely.
Okay. So you heal 3 wounds. Got it. Dave, you can only take 2 crits? That doesn't seem right.
I got hit for like 6 and 7 damage in the first round without crits.
No, he's just going your critical wounds section.
Yeah.
Where's the critical wound section?
Right above your career on your main tab.
Oh, I'm at 1 of 4.
It says 1 of 2 on my screen.
I took a crit last week. Did that not get reset?
No, did you took a crit last week?
In that fight with the big chompy monster.
No, you didn't. You never even got hit.
No one got hit by that.
Well, then I've taken what, 3 crits this fight?
You took 1 crit.
On your screen, it says 1 out of 4.
The crit is the
4.
only crit you took was the bleeding, the dagger to the
going up or down.
It's so weird on my screen. Here,
so right now I show 0 4. I've taken none. You've taken 1
it goes up. Okay.
Yeah.
I was thinking it went down.
It's fine. Here's what was throwing me off.
Actually, technically, if you go to effects, you should see it in the critical section, right?
Because I think the number of crits you can take is based on your toughness. I could be wrong. What's weird to me is for Dave, it's telling me 1 out of 2. But
yeah, I don't know why it's showing you wrong on his for that.
But as long as it's right for him, I guess we're good.
I can take 4. Because it's your toughness or strength.
I should up my toughness.
I
think toughness. I know it's not strength. Let me put it that way.
Yeah.
I'm double checking what it is, though.
Oops.
Yeah. Eric will look. All right. I'm going to clear your fatigue. You don't need that. That added more fatigue. Not really what I was looking for. All right. Your buddy's name is Harold, Andrew.
All right. Well,
you guys get arrested next to each other.
as this call for arrest comes out, I look around and it becomes clear to me that Sigmar has delivered unto me this fine hog. And I'll get out my axe, see if I can at least like chop a leg off it and take that with me.
What? Say that again.
Sigmar has delivered unto me this fine hog.
Oh.
I'm going to take part of it with me.
Yeah. At the point you're arrested, they're going to take that away from you when you're processed. But yeah, you can hold it till then.
Okay.
Unless you're eating it raw, in which case they can't really stop you.
I don't think so.
Hey, Dave, you need a very easy endurance test.
A very easy endurance?
Mm-hmm.
Is that a skill? There it is. Very easy.
Do you wait? Why is it versus 106?
You said
because it's very easy.
So that's
Yeah.
60.
Well, then it made it. That was to see if you get infected
Oh, okay.
from your crit, but you did not. All right.
Good.
Yes, critical wounds is normal toughness bonus.
Okay. Yeah. Basically, what happens is if you take more than your toughness bonus in critical wounds, you are dead, regardless of what the crits actually were. You can have 4 toes chopped off, and technically, actually, that might not be true. There's a few crits that don't count for that.
If you have more critical wounds than your toughness, you die at the end of the round.
Yeah. If there's some way someone can cure a crit before then, you're good. So,
did anyone else take damage?
Yeah, a lot of people took a little bit. Don't worry about it right now. There's going to be some time that passes. You guys basically, like, not just you guys, everybody gets rounded up, shoved into various cells, like overcrowded. Andrew, you get in there with Harold, your buddy.
Score.
You guys probably can all manage to end up in the same cell should you desire, given that you could probably find each other before the guards fully gotten everybody, because it takes a while for them to round everyone up and haul them away. You're just sitting in your cell, like, that day, that night. People keep coming and getting taken away in 1s and 2s. The rumors going around are that, basically everybody's getting fined before they're being let go. Nobody really knows who started the brawl. They Carnival people are all saying it wasn't them. They're saying it was the Jungfried supporters, and the Jungfried supporters are saying it was the Altdorf soldiers. Nobody's claiming anything. There's even some other watchmen who are actually in here in jail with you guys, the ones who had been participating in the brawl, who had been there. Eventually, the next morning, and those of you who were wounded can heal your... Is it toughness bonus plus an endurance roll, or is it just toughness bonus? I never remember.
Hold on.
Assume you had a decent night's sleep. I mean, it wasn't great, but it was good enough for...
Is there a place to roll that, or is that just a number I should memorize?
So without medical attention, you can attempt an average endurance test after a good sleep once a day. You heal wounds equal to your success level plus toughness bonus.
So under utility, there's rest and recover, and it defaults to an average difficulty. Does that sound right?
That sounds correct.
Oh, that's awesome. Oh, they have rope rankum on there too. That's really cool.
And there you go. It even tells you how many you healed.
Dude, Bernard got healed up good.
Do I have to? Oh, I have to manually change that.
Do you?
Maybe try dragging it to you.
It says I healed 9, and I look over and I'm at 5 of 15.
You mean you have to use your hands? That's a baby's toy.
Like a chump. Let
Hey,
me look
you
at
can
your-
actually drag that. Nice. You can actually drag that box. You can click on the 9 wounds and drag it to your character sheet. and it
Okay, hold
works.
on. I'm gonna try something else though.
I'm not entirely sure how crits heal. Damn, nice heals, guys.
Okay, no, that didn't do it either. Huh.
We're used to sleeping in jail.
Yeah, I guess so. Well, if anyone has the book in front of them, they should try to look up healing crits. So I'm not
What
sure
type of crit?
exactly. Dave's got a. I could probably put it in chat. That's just good. It might just be when the wounds are fully healed. Not entirely sure.
It depends on the crit, I think.
I know there's some that are definitely like they take multiple days or weeks, but this one didn't say anything.
So it's not a broken bone. It wasn't a torn muscle, was it?
It says bleeding
No, it
hand.
was bleeding.
I think it's just the bleeding part. I would have to, which I cured during the combat.
Let us find out.
Critical wounds do not count as healed until all conditions they inflict are removed, and all non-permanent negative modifiers are resolved.
So once the bleeding's gone, the bleeding hand's gone?
I believe so.
Did it say anything about the wounds from it or no?
When you are critically wounded, you may still heal your wounds using the normal rules. No, it doesn't say like they need to be cleared.
All right. Well, I'm going to assume your crit's gone now too, which I guess makes sense. How can you have a bleeding hand if you're not bleeding anymore? It's cool though. That could have killed you.
Yeah.
Now it says your crit wounds are 0 out of 2. What the? I'm going to edit your stat for a minute just so I want to see if it fixes it. That was the wrong one. Nope. Sure didn't. I don't know, whatever. Works for you, so it's good.
Derek, try something.
Yeah.
Open his character sheet again. Right click the 2.
I can edit it up to 4. I wonder what happened. Dave, what's it say on your side now?
0 of 4.
All right, whatever.
When I right click it, it acts like it is an edit box, but then it just shifts to 2. Even if I click off, if I right click in, it goes back to 4 for me.
Oh, your show's 2 for me too.
Okay, hold on.
Everybody's just showing 2 for me. I don't know. If it's right for you guys, I guess it doesn't matter. Yeah, everybody shows 0 out of 2. That's real weird.
Okay.
Deleting all tokens, and then I'm going to open you this way. It works if I open your non-token character sheet. That's...
Okay.
And now you're good. Now that I don't know, whatever. I don't care. Doesn't matter. So the cells are slowly emptying out. You guys are finding that you are just about the last ones removed from the jail. And you're all shackled as you're let out. Oh, eventually your buddy Harold leaves before you. He tells you to look him up in the Spotted Pig if you ever want to, get into
I
some
normally drink at the.
He knows where some.
No, but that sounds good.
He knows where some boxing matches are, and he thinks you do well. He like in his opinion, you're like his best friend now. After all that, so you guys ended up being led from the jail to the marketplace where it all went down. There's a crowd there, and they've kind of got little I don't know what you'd call it. I want to say throne. That's not the right word. Like a judge's bench, essentially. They've got like a little platform constructed with clearly a judge on it where he's been, you're guessing, been doing this all day. This is probably getting on even towards evening the next day when you're getting hauled up there. There's people in the, there's a big crowd watching because they love trials. I mean, Dirk just got done watching a public execution out here the other day. So
Totally did.
One of them's yelling, "That's the one that killed my cow," which, you didn't even see a cow. But there is one yelling, "That's the one who killed my pig," and that one might be true. But basically the crowd's jeering at you. One of them's yelling that you turned him into a snake. Just like nonsense.
Yeah.
Finally, you guys kind of get led to a bench where you're seated, and again, you're still shackled here. The judge kind of looks at the clerk. "Are these the accused?" And the clerk starts reading your names out, and then looking at each of you. Like he'll be like, "Dirk Benedict," and he'll look at you like, assuming you're going to nod that it's you. Is anyone pretending they're not who they are? Well, he verifies who everyone is. He's like, "All right," and then the judge is like, "All right, read the charges." The clerk lists off, "You stand accused of destruction of private property, disruption of commerce, inciting a riot, contributing to general lawlessness, and murder."
I'm here as a third-party intervener on behalf of Griff Waldenhoff.
As you start to speak, a woman kind of pushes her way up towards your bench. She says, "Don't say a word." She's got black robes and a wig, which, the judges have wigs too. They're all into the whole, wear the wigs for their official proceedings thing. They look very...
Oh, those kind of weirdo.
Oh, yeah. Your pardon, Your Honor, but I need a brief recess to consult with my clients before they say anything they'll regret. And he's like, "These, Osana, really? All right, we'll take a short recess." So you guys get a little recess with this woman who comes up to you. Obviously some sort of lawyer. "You're in a spot of trouble, huh? I've been hired to help you out here."
Hired by who?
Not actually at liberty to say that, but this is actually worse than you know. There's people trying to pin this entire riot on you. I don't know exactly what's going on, but a lot of people have been paid essentially to say you started the whole thing. There's been a lot of testimony all day to that effect.
Well, that's not good.
You also actually, I take it back. She did say who hired her. She said the Karstadts, which well, actually, I don't know if he does. Anyone have lore Ubersreik or lore Empire?
I might.
I got local lore.
I got lore Reichland.
You can try local. Local would be Ubersreik. So
Okay.
I don't remember if this was in Reichland or not. Yeah,
Nope.
for same as
Reichland would work.
I tried. Didn't work.
The Karstadts are one of the wealthier noble families here, and
okay.
she says the Karstadts remember their friends, and young Jocelyn's mother thanks you with all her heart, and you kind of connect the dots there that it was the little girl that you saved.
Gotcha.
Okay.
So there are so many people who said you guys started this, which doesn't even make sense. None of these people. There was a blind woman who testified that she saw you do it.
That's something.
All right, so what do we do?
Well, you don't have much hope of being found innocent if you plead not guilty. You were definitely there in the riot, and my understanding is the murder they're trying to pin on you was, what's his name? Faustin the Fiery, beloved entertainer.
Why us?
Why are they paying? I don't know. I do not know. Someone apparently has an interest in. It may not be against you. It may just they need someone to take the fall, and they picked you. Trent, here, Mr. What's your last name? Mr. Aldrich here. He did severely wound someone, and that might have had the finger start pointing your way just as a result of that. That man did survive, though, although he probably won't walk again. But here's what I recommend. We're going to make a no contest plea. That doesn't admit guilt, but it doesn't, claim innocence either. Hotly deny killing Faustin, though. Generally, you'd see heavy fees or hard labor in the Great Mountains as a minimum sentence with such a plea, but I've got some sway with the court, particularly Miss Karstadt is leaning on them a little bit, and the watch numbers have been severely depleted. We can probably get you serving on the watch as your sentence, which I guarantee you is better than being sent into the mountains where greenskins constantly are raiding, and in a forced labor camp, you'll almost certainly be dead. Have you seen?
Sounds like a better option.
A lot of the watch right now is Altdorf State Army. Pretty much the worst of them got shoved into the watch, and what they haven't been able to fill from that, they've been drafting criminals into the watch to, the lesser crimes anyway, to fill the ranks. So I'd watch your back once you get in there. But yeah, let me speak on your behalf, and I'll see if we can get that sentence commuted. You're welcome to try protesting your innocence, but I do not think it will go your way.
I thank you for any help you can give us. So I'll let her speak for me.
Yeah, same.
I don't know much about law. Let me check my skill list.
You could have law, but yeah. You guys can give me an average intuition check if you want to get a sense for what you think of this lady, what she's telling you.
Average?
That's plus 20.
Oh, almost.
If you fail, you don't know, man. If you succeed, she seems definitely honest about your chances. And yeah, she seems to be telling you the truth. Let's see here. Okay, so assuming you're letting her speak for you, after the recess ends, she gets up. The judge comes back, and she says you're not contesting the charges, but you certainly didn't, start the fight. She claims the party only acted in self-defense. You didn't kill Faustin the Fiery. None of you even own a crossbow, and he was clearly killed with a crossbow. The judge looks at Trent in particular, and he's like, what explanation do you have for the man you so critically injured?
The man who struck a priest while he was trying to calm the crowd down.
Yes, striking a priest of Sigmar is pretty uncalled for. He struck you first, you say?
Yes. And gloated about it.
Sounds like perhaps he got what he deserved.
And as for the pig, I was stopping a rampaging animal from causing more damage.
They didn't actually blame you for random people did, but the judge hadn't said anything about it. The judge just kind of nods. Yeah, I don't think he cared about the pig. What of these men? This man who was killed. From what I understood, though, they were you, Bernard, Mr. Whatever your last name is. Yeah, he'll say to Bernard. We have many reports you killed a man. Actually, I'm sorry. No, it wasn't you. It was Dirk.
No, Dirk. I was unarmed the whole time, trying to calm these people down.
Dirk, you point to where they stabbed you in the hand.
Yeah, sorry. No, he would have addressed Dirk. I forgot which one it was. What do you have to say for yourself? You killed a man. We found blood all over your blade.
Was it the fiery guy? Because I didn't kill him.
No, this was Lars Andrus.
Oh. There was a guy that was advancing on, some innocent women, and I came to defend their honor. They had knives, so I pulled out a weapon. Otherwise, I wouldn't have used a weapon.
The clerk kind of leans over and whispers to the judge, who nods at her and then nods at you. Ah, yes, the young lady Karstadt. Of course, you're to be commended for that.
As we find you to the pits.
All right, so they do some legal stuff for a few minutes while you sit there, and then he's like, after careful review of the evidence and circumstances surrounding the case, it's my view that those who had a hand disrupting the peace of our fair town should also have a hand in restoring it. I sentence you all to supervised duty on the watch in order that you may work off your debt to Ubersreik. This duty will commence tomorrow for a period not to exceed 3 years. Failure to carry out your new duties shall be looked at as treason to the Empire and is punishable by death. In Verina's name, I so rule. Your case is concluded. So Osana's like, yeah, well, 3 years is better than the noose. And, give me some time. I might be able to work that down for you.
Okay. That's, I guess that was the best we could actually hope for, really?
Well, with stuff being pinned on you, yeah. You definitely, you can tell a lot of other people got off with, like, minor fines, right?
Yeah.
So you are to report for watch at the report to the watch barracks tomorrow at dawn, and should you not show up, it will be considered treason, and you will be, hunted down and killed. So make sure you show up. Don't oversleep.
I need my weapon and my shield back.
So they do after you're released, return your gear to you.
Does that include my pig leg?
You have your pig? No, pig leg's not there.
Son of a bitch.
Mm-hmm.
Guards chewing on it right now.
But this was an empire of justice.
You, anyone have a particularly heavy coin pouch?
No.
Nope.
You're probably fine. You might be missing a shilling here or a bronze, penny there. Probably some people who dipped in. I'm going to assume you're all healed up by the next day. I don't need to feel free to max out your health. I got you, Dirk. Man, you're all two wounds on this one too. What the? So weird. There's got to be a bug where it like doesn't read it right for the token. Oh, Dirk actually has 2 wounds. Never mind. Two crit wounds. He's 27 toughness. Dirk, you weak. Don't get hit. All right, anyone got anything they want to do that night or early in the morning before you report to the watch?
No.
Nope.
So you show up at the watch area, and then some watchmen escort you through the barracks to the watch captain, whose name is Captain Andrea Pfeffer, and you recognize her as the one who had fired the gun in the air at the end of the riot. She tells you to come on in to her office. You're not shackled anymore, by the way. You can have your gear or whatever with you. If anyone's got Lore Empire, you can make a lore check to see if you've ever heard of her. But probably you haven't, other than Watch Captain would it be all you know from Ubersreik at most. We live in strange times. I ask for watchmen and I get you. You may notice my troops' morale is low, but that's no surprise. They're the worst low-life scum of Altdorf, given uniforms. And they think they're too good for this posting and resent every moment of it. She pauses. Someone knocks on the door. She calls them in. Right on time. This is... Actually, let me put her token on here just so you guys can see her and the dude who's coming in. And
It's a nice hat.
very fine hat, yeah. I like the way they did these tokens where they like pop out of the circle. It's kind of cool. I don't know how they did it either. Because like the space they take up is more than the whatever. I lost my PDF. 1 sec. It's not coming to the forefront. I gotta close Adobe. All right. This is Sergeant Rudy Klumpenklug, and this dude, he's human. I mean, he looks kind of like a dwarf in that token, but he's human. He's just kind of an ugly dude, a little bit older. He'll be in charge of you during your time with the watch. His account of your behavior is what keeps you from being executed for dereliction of duty, so I suggest you stay in his good graces. I'm not a fool. Do not treat me as one, and we'll get along famously. Do as the sergeant tells you. Do not embarrass the watch, and be wary. Ubersreik is full of mischief of late. May all work watch over you. Dismissed. Actually, you know what? She'll look at... She knows you're Sigmar. She'll say, Sigmar, watch over you, in your case. Dismissed. Unless you have something you want to say to her after she dismisses you. You can leave her office, and then Rudy's going to have a little talk with you here. Dude, he is one ugly dude in that picture.
Yeah.
He holds out his hand to you guys. Call me Rudy. It's only Sergeant when others are about, eh? You know what? Let's get you sorted out with some watch library, armbands, and, you know, anything else you might need. We can supply anyway. He'll start taking you on a tour of the barracks. Shows you where your bunks will be. If you don't actually have to sleep here, but shows you where you have bunks, and takes you where the armory is. If anyone needs a hand weapon, you can get one. If anyone needs a leather jack or wants a leather jack, you can have one. He gets you
What's a leather jack?
it's armor.
Oh yeah, I'll take that.
You get that for you.
What was the other thing?
Like a hand weapon, if you didn't already have one, a sword or whatever.
Oh, it's basically the same as what I got from the
Yep.
other one.
I mean, you could get a different variety of one. They're all going to be the same mechanically.
Right.
But basically, you're part of the watch. They want to make sure you have a weapon. You are all expected when you're on duty to wear at least an armband that's blue and gold, which they give you, identifying you as the watch. Certainly, they've got cloaks and stuff that give you more of the look. Does anyone else need a leather jack?
Is it better than a leather jerkin?
Yes.
Then I need.
Then yeah, I'll take one.
Rocco.
Wait, no, I got a boiled leather breastplate.
I think yours is slightly better for the armor, but doesn't cover arms, Dave. The jack covers arms as well as chest. The jerkin
All right,
covers
then
chest.
I will take one of those then. Jack, you want me to just get it?
Yeah, well, I'm already giving it to her. I can just get it.
Okay. I'll take it.
Rocco wants one.
Yeah. I don't know if there's a good way to store equipment like on your sheet, but not actually on your character. Dave, you got all kinds of leather armor there.
Well, yeah, that's what I did with my money, since I couldn't save it.
Yeah, that makes sense. And you can wear... Okay, so the jack is body, left arm, right arm, it looks like.
Yep.
Yes.
So you could still wear your skull cap, you could still wear your leggings with it.
Yep.
Yeah.
And your breastplate was what, just chest? Yeah.
Yes.
Did I miss anyone? Trent, maybe? Did I do Trent? You got one. All right.
I already had one.
All right, well, if anyone needs one, let me know. After he kind of shows you around, gets your gear, he's like, all right, best not talk too much here. Here's yours about I don't fancy. Meet me tonight, just before sundown, at the Raspy Raven Outback. We'll have a bit of a chat and sort out your new duties. You're free to do whatever you want till then.
Sounds good.
Okay.
Anything you do want to do before then, you've got pretty much all day.
I can't think of anything I need to do.
Yeah, me either.
Wonder if Harold wants to join the watch. And then when we beat people up, it's the law. I'll go see if he's interested.
You find him day drinking at the Spotted Pig. Join the watch?
Yeah.
Heard it's the thing to do.
Sounds like work. It's full of a bunch of rat fuckers.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nah, I can't say I want to do that.
All right.
He'll let you
Good
know what
luck.
you're missing out on.
All right, well, assuming nothing else is happening during the day, you meet him at the Raspy Raven in the evening. It's a small tavern. It's down in the docks. Did I ever show you the map? Yeah, I did. Let me cut back to that. I'd be hard pressed to actually find it on this map, but so on this map, up here, the precinct is basically where the watch barracks and stuff is.
Watch that again.
The precinct, top of the map.
Okay.
Black Rock is like essentially a castle up there. That's where the Jungfried used to, the Jungfrieds used to have their power control. Now it's more like the occupying leaders are up there. The marketplace where, the big riot happened is down on the south side across the bridge. Got the merchant quarter. The docks are kind of the more seedy area, and that's on both sides of the river there. I'm trying to see if the Raspy Raven's actually on this map. I don't think it is. Well, whatever. Doesn't really matter. But you're in the dock area. He buys you all around when you come in. Nice guy.
Kind of nice of him.
He's got a seat right by the fire. Kind of the best seat in the small little tavern here. Oh, wait a minute. There we go. Got the tavern. Tavern sound effects going. Then after you guys get your drinks and you make a little bit of small talk, he's like, all right, there's 2 Ubersreiks. You see, there's the one the day one, and there's another one entirely in the night. The Jungfreuds did their best to keep the shadows quiet, but they're gone now, and all sorts of things have stirred up. Folks up and vanishing, moving on elsewhere, or down the Tufel, as we like to say. That's the river that runs through there. Meaning they're not breeding as they go, eh? Now it's our job to look after the shoddy side of Ubersreik. We won't be patrolling the hill. Oh no. That's not for the likes of us. Nah, it's the docks and the dregs for us. Whenever you're in the precinct, keep a sharp eye out, too. Be wary of large groups of Altdorfers. They're trouble. Altdorfers are the occupying army. Most of my mates from the watch, they're gone now. Or on the wall with the rest of the loyalists. Which, means hanging from the wall, because they've still got the bodies hanging. Other than me and the captain, and a few other trustworthy sorts, you're on your own. I'll patrol with you for a bit, show you your duties and such. Yeah, lets you know that basically the way it works is you get 3 shifts by day, 3 shifts by night, alternating. I don't know if you got any. That's a good question. Let's assume 12 hours. I don't really know. I'm going to say 12 hours for now. Oh, here we go. Nope, doesn't say. Just 3 by day. 3 by day, 3 by night. There's a time you'd be either day or night patrol, but now it just alternates. Like I said, most of the old watch is gone. It's a bunch of those low-life Altdorfers now.
Are we expected to cover all of those, or is that like us as a group would be covering one of those?
You guys are going to be a group working together, same shift.
Okay.
Trust me, you don't want to work with any of those Altdorfers anyway. Bunch of low life, no good. Sons of bitches.
Yeah, they sound like the worst, man. Tell me more.
This man is opinionated.
Well, they killed a bunch of my friends, when they came and occupied. Anyone who stood up for the Jungfreuds.
That's awful.
But they're just, they all think they're too good for the watch. And they'll treat anyone they can like crap. Bunch of thieving sacks of poop.
Why are you still
I don't know why I didn't swear that. What?
If you hate him so much, why are you still doing this if you hate him so much?
It's my job. It's all I've ever done. What else am I going to do?
Maybe be a guard in a different city.
Yeah. Ubersreik needs me. Sorry, what?
He's basically saying, "This is my home."
I am the knight. No, yeah. Yeah. I mean, to be fair, most people don't really do a lot of traveling in this world. They tend to grow up somewhere and die there. Tomorrow you got day shift. Tomorrow we'll start in the morning. I'll be going out with you, show you around the docks.
Sounds good.
Guys, got anything else you want to talk to him about or do before the next day?
I don't think so.
All right. Well, next morning comes. He's walking along the docks. You're kind of like doing patrol, and he's saying something you got to watch out for down here. You got to watch each other's backs because the gear you're wearing is worth more than most of those people will see in, a month.
You sure about that? Because it sounds like we're still in the bar.
Oh, maybe you had too many to drink last night. You're still hearing things.
Definitely a few of those in the water, I imagine.
Yeah. So, you guys, he ends up, he shows you around the docks. He's like, all right, be careful of these alleys. This is where criminals hang out. In particular, basically over the next couple days, he's showing you the ropes. However, everyone give me a perception check. I guess I won't say over the next couple days. Just today, he's showing you the ropes in the docks.
Oh my gosh.
It's real bad. It's real bad, Dave.
I know.
Holy cow. You guys all suck. Except Dirk, who rolled it twice. No, he didn't.
Oh, I didn't.
I was looking at intuition. My bad. All right, Griff and Dirk. Well, while you're going around and seeing, he's showing you around, you actually spot a cut purse actually moving up behind someone, not your group, but just a random bystander up there, cutting their purse and grabbing it and starting to slip away into the crowd. Do you want to do anything about it?
I pursue.
All right. How about you, Griff?
Yeah, I pursue even faster.
All right. You guys give me athletics tests. The rest of you see those two bolt, but you're not exactly sure why. Dirk's fallen behind, and Griff's just losing some ground. Do you want to keep pursuing Griff?
Yeah, I redouble my efforts.
All right, Dirk, you can do one more too, but you're pretty far back at this point. The rest of you, I don't know if you're following them or you're just like, where the hell are they going? Rudy's like, what? Rudy's like, what got into them? But he's kind of starting to jog up behind them.
I have the same my efforts.
No, you got a +0 instead of a -0 now. It's better. All right, Dirk, you end up, I don't know, stumbling into some people.
Oh, crap. Charlie horse.
Nice. Griff, you finally just managed to catch up to the dude. And, I don't know, tackle him? What exactly is your plan?
What's the penalty for cut pursing?
I don't know. I don't know that you've been told, and you don't know law, so probably not death. Yeah. Probably not death.
All right, fine. We'll do the good version then.
Well, I don't know what that is. What are you doing?
Uh-oh. That
I
wasn't
mean,
great.
he tried to sell someone on beating people up, so I assume he's beating people up.
Okay. Do you want to reroll?
Yeah, I better reroll that somehow, some way.
I'm going to go back to the landing page so that we can just have tokens and shit.
That's better.
A lot better.
That is way better. Not a fumble. Oh, the guy had a 7, though, but you're still better. Yeah, you managed to catch up to him, and I don't know. You essentially body check them into a wall, and they take a little bit of damage and go down, but they immediately stop running and surrender to you.
You're under arrest.
Dirk
I am the law.
catches up a minute later with his Charlie horse, and Rudy, and I assume the rest of you, if you followed Rudy. Rudy's like huffing and puffing when he gets up there. Well done. Dude's definitely out of shape. He
I
ends up.
claim this purse for the Empire.
Do you?
I mean, that's what I say.
What do you actually do? Like, are you grabbing it?
Grab the purse from him.
All right. Rudy's like, give me that.
For the Empire, and I toss it to him.
He heads back. He's like, who did they steal this from? Because he didn't see.
Well, I wasn't really paying that much attention.
How about you, Dirk?
It was like some lady back there.
Are you like, will you point her out to Rudy or no?
Well, I guess my question is, how far away did he get? Like, is she?
Oh,
still
not that far. Like,
Yeah.
down the street a little bit.
Oh, all right.
And she probably started yelling a minute later when she realized what had
This
happened
dude
after
had-
everyone ran past her.
Does this dude have any other, stolen goods on him?
That's a good question.
Did I see?
I mean, I don't know how you'd know if it was stolen. He has like a knife on him that he never drew. Not even like a weapon knife, but just like a tiny little thing.
That's what he's got strings with.
Yep. And not armored or anything. He probably really doesn't have much on him.
Okay. Like, what do we do with this guy? What do we do with this guy?
Haul him with.
Okay. All right. You might get to be on the watch.
Rudy walks back to the lady and he opens up her purse and gives it a jiggle and kind of pulls out a bunch of the silver. Spot fine, that is, for leaving your bag unguarded. Hands her back about half of it.
Oh man!
Wow.
Passes each of you a shilling if you take it.
Sure.
I do not take it.
While I'm trying to take the shilling.
She looks upset, but doesn't really say a word and just walks off. She wouldn't have had any of it. It wasn't for us.
That makes sense.
Rudy socks the thief like in the gut pretty hard. The guy crumples to the ground. He's like, yeah, that'll teach him. Let's go.
All right. New brand of justice.
A new brand of justice. So over the course of the day, I don't know. He shows you around. There's not too much else exciting that happens.
There's actually a lot of crossover with this job and my previous job as an underworld enforcer.
Yeah. A couple days pass. You take the day patrol. He's still out with you. You guys end up with a day off before you're going to start your night shifts.
All right.
Anything anyone wants to do in all that time? All right. You got the night shift. He's a lot more on guard at night as he's showing you around. I mean, at this point, it's not really showing you around. It's just patrolling with you. And There's minor stuff like breaking up a fist fight now and then, or people arguing, and definitely you're getting the impression he's not looking to do a lot unless he has to. Like, he's not getting involved with most things, and then when he does, he's happy to make sure he gets his fair share of whatever's going down. So your first night on the watch at night, going down the streets, and you round the corner in a butcher shop that you've been passing the last few days. You see the butcher shop and a tenement building's on fire. You can definitely hear people inside calling out for help. And Rudy looks at it and then just shrugs and keeps walking. He's like, "We don't do fires." And do you want to do anything about it?
Well, there's people that need help in there.
Yeah, I will render aid. I mean,
he looks.
If we don't help them today, they won't be there tomorrow for us to help.
He looks at you like he doesn't care a whit about what you're saying. He just shrugs at you and is like, "Knock yourself out."
All right.
So who is going to try to help out in some way with the fire, and what exactly you're trying to do?
Dirk shall.
What do you want to do? How are you trying to help? I'll just go down the line first of all. Dirk, what are you doing? What are you trying to help with?
So, I mean, is it like completely engulfed in flames, or is this part of it in flames?
It's. I mean, you could try running through there maybe to help get people out. It's not so on fire that's impossible, but there'd be a check involved.
Right, I'm gonna try to do that.
Other options would be, I don't know, bucket brigade or
start organizing a bucket brigade. That's what I'm gonna do.
That would probably be like a leadership test.
Okay.
Or intimidate. That'd probably work too. Get the crowd helping you, one way or the other, because you are guard. People, you are starting to tell people do what you say within reason.
Leadership would be challenging.
Yep. Yeah. Before you roll though, Eric, what do you want to do? Anything?
Leadership for bucket brigade.
You're helping out. Adam, what are you doing?
What's this guy's name? The guy we're working with?
Rudy Klumpingklug.
Hey, Rudy, what's the fire fee like? What are we in for here? Like,
we don't do fires. He's actually walking into the tavern like nearby and ordering a drink while he's looking out the window at what he considers to be the idiots fighting the fire. He looks like he's just going to enjoy the show.
All right, I guess I'll help out. I'll go see what I can see looking in.
Okay. So you'll be giving me a perception, and then Andrew, what are you doing?
I'll just take direction from the people who know what they're doing.
So you're going to help with the bucket brigade? Because that's probably the only thing that people are saying.
Yeah, if
all right.
That's what's happening.
All right, you guys can give me a... whoever has the better leadership, the two of you can roll it at a +10.
Put out enough fires, the Headless Horseman will come.
And Al, you can give me an athletics check.
44.
Go for it then.
Oh no!
Oh no!
Well, that's real bad, Al.
Maybe I will re-roll that.
That looks like a fortune one there, yeah.
So there is you start getting a bucket line going. It's just not going real fast with that kind of roll.
Okay. Is there a way to whip him into shape?
I mean, that's what you're trying to do. That's what your test was. You could try intimidate instead, I guess, next round and see if that speeds him up. Okay, that's not as bad, Al. You go running through the building. You hear some, people screaming from the upstairs. You're trying to get up there. You get out some people, like the first group kind of trapped in a room. You're yelling, run for the door, or whatever. I mean, you tell me exactly what you're doing there, but I'm assuming you're trying to usher them out.
Yes, yeah.
You do, however, get in a blaze condition. which, man, how do I put that? Oh, wait, that's how I do it. Effectively, you take 1d10 wounds every round until the fire is out. So you did catch fire, like as you know, or at least your clothes are starting to smolder and you're burning as you get the first group of people out. There are still people in there, but at this point, do you want to go out and try to get the fire off yourself, or are you just going to power through?
Yeah, I'm gonna ask them to dump the buckets, like some buckets on me.
All right. Give me another athletics test, this time with plus 40, though. Assuming the bucket brigade is indeed helping you. It depends if Dave's telling them to or not.
Yeah. I'll hose him down so he can run back in.
Dude, that's real bad. Another fortune point, or you out?
Yeah, I do. I actually have 2 more.
All right. Well, the good news is you run out there, you start rolling on the ground, and they dump a few buckets on you, and you stop burning. The bad news is you did take some damage. Do you not have your armor equipped?
Yeah, I put it on. I don't know if there's a difference between equipped and put it on. It's worn.
Yeah, you have it on. I wonder why it didn't. Oh, it was apparently it decided to do the damage to your leg. Okay. You take some of that damage off. You took 6 wounds there from the burning before you got it out. Which again, that's not crits. That's stuff that probably heals overnight. So you don't think of it as you got, first degree burns all over your body. It's more like, you were getting really good and singed and inhaling a lot of smoke. All that. So that said, Bucket Brigade's working to throw water on the fire. It looks like it would be easier now to run through there, but definitely the fire's not out. Does anyone else want to help get people out of there?
If you want to keep leading the brigade, I can help with getting people out.
Okay.
All right.
Athletics test at plus 20 now.
I better go do that too, since I'm so awesome.
All right. Anyone going in, athletics test at plus 20. Wow, that was 100. Wait, were you going back in up?
Yes.
You rolled literally the worst possible roll. Well, the other 2 managed to not catch fire, but you got any
Al,
of those?
on the other hand, is drenching in water, so of course he goes up in flames.
You got any of them fortune points left?
I do.
I mean, I could give him another plus 40 and he still would have failed.
Fucking cocks.
Well,
I guess I'll carry him out.
Yeah, he'll be one of the guys rescued.
You go running in, and right as you do, like a burning timber falls on you. Do you want to continue in or back out at this point as you again start smoldering?
I'm gonna back out.
All right. Well, the good news is this time you only took 1 damage from all that because I rolled really low.
Bernard carried 7 people out of the flaming building, but 5 of them were Griff and Dirk, who kept going back in.
The other 2 of you managed to get people out while the bucket brigade's going. You guys do not manage to save the building, but you do kind of hold the fire at bay long enough to get everyone out. By the time you get out there and everyone's out, you're probably all coughing from the smoke, except Adam. I'm not sure what Adam was doing.
I'm just looking in, making sure they get everybody. Pointing out people. Hey, over there.
Rudy's just standing on the street now with a mug, drinking and watching you guys. Yep. Oh man, they have a picture of this. Why is there a burning pig? Dude, I gotta show you this photo.
I need that pig. They owe me a pig.
Oh, it's got Rudy. I don't know why it's
Where?
got what's probably here. I'll show you. I'll put it in screenshots. Rudy's having a good time.
Is
Why there's
that
a
his
dude?
boss?
I don't know why there's a dude jumping from the.
From the
Window.
third floor? Is that his boss there?
Probably me.
Are you gonna Warhammer that pig too?
It sure looks like her, but she's not there.
Does it look like it's about to go on a rampage?
It looks like it's on a rampage to me.
There's no pig there.
Oh, it's already cooking. Maybe it's the pig we killed already. That's why it's not here.
I think that pig started the fire.
Fire.
Could have been. Some of the guys start help. Like some of the guys you rescue actually start helping with the bucket brigade. The ones who weren't so incapacitated by smoke that you literally had to carry them out. But yeah, at that point, you think you've gotten everyone out. Anyone who didn't, anyone who was still screaming anyway. And probably just watch the place burn down. Like Rudy at this point, even though there's nothing left for you to even do, he's just kind of sitting there watching it burn because, it's a fun show, right? You don't get to see that every day.
Who wants to buy me a drink? The hero of the flaming building.
Uh,
I think we're good.
Probably the tavern keeper across the thing. Probably everybody's pressed up against it watching, and he'll hear you say that, and a couple minutes later, like a barmaid will come out and bring you guys each a mug of ale. Rudy looks pointedly at her, and he's like, "Where's mine?" She goes back in and brings him one. You have noticed he does not pay for any of his drinks in the docks. He just sort of walks in and expects them to be given to him. And they are. Yeah. That's probably, your watch for the night is essentially watching that thing burn down, and Rudy's happy to just sit there and not do much else for the night.
Yeah, we can tell.
So, at this point, anyone who wants to, at this point, you're kind of getting into a cycle of, okay, you got some days on the watch, you got some nights on the watch, a couple weeks pass. You're kind of getting the flavor of what's going on. Anyone who wants to can change their career for free right now to Watch Recruit, which I put in Discord. You can see what the skills and stuff are.
How do you go about doing that in your character sheet?
I probably have to do it for you right now.
All right.
But if that is what you're interested, so your main stats for Watch Recruit are weapon skill, strength, and fellowship. The skills for it are athletics, climb, consume alcohol, dodge, endurance, gamble, melee, and perception.
Why is perception italic?
That is the skill you would use to earn income. So if you do the earn income endeavor, perception is the you're rolling.
Yeah.
The downside is, for those of you who are silver status, this is a lower status job. Although in a way, you're kind of at that status right now, regardless.
No matter how rich you are, you're doing this job.
You can probably still try to earn money in your off time the other way, but you're kind of stuck in this at the moment. So who does want that switch? Because I will do that for you. All right, Dave does.
Bernard wants it.
Technically, I'm not switching career paths, but technically the Watchman career path has a higher rank than I do currently.
Yeah. So Dave added Watch Recruit. I think I just switch you from current peasant to current Watch Recruit.
Okay.
And then in this case, you already have check marks and some of this stuff because there was overlap in the skills, right?
Mm-hmm.
Anyone else switching to watch recruit?
I'm thinking about it, but I want to look up my current thing first.
Sure. I'll link it in chat for you, so you have an easier way to.
I found.
Okay. Well, I linked it anyway. Andrew, you sticking with servant?
Yeah, I'd rather go up that part, I think.
Okay. That works. And Adam, you're still the same?
Yeah, I'm not changing.
All right. So a few days later, you guys are summoned to a big old brawl at the Crooked Hammer during one of your day shifts. This is getting on more towards evening though, but before the sun's gone down. You can see there's a big old fight between some Ubersreik Watchmen. Which are what you guys are, but obviously not your group. Some patrons and some Altdorf soldiers, clad in red and blue. They're all fighting, without weapons, unarmed, and clumping clugs with you. He gets up there. You guys get in the doorway, watching the brawl happen, and he just looks at you guys. He's like, easier to sort out the guilty when the fighting's done. Walks up to the bar, grabs a drink, just starts watching. And you want to try to break it up or get involved in any way, or are you just gonna chill out and see what happens?
It seemed really effective when what was her name? Sorry, the captain.
Andrea Pfeffer.
It seemed a lot. Well, whatever her name is. It seemed more effective when she broke it up with weapons fire. Is that not something we should do?
You don't have a gun.
Well, that's true.
I could just
I don't know if
see it
he's
bang,
got one.
He does not, actually.
bang real loud.
Actually, let me see what he has. Let me double check. He's dressed very similar to you, except he's also got a breastplate. I don't even see a weapon on him, which is weird. He definitely should have a weapon, though. But he doesn't have a gun, doesn't even have a crossbow. He's got an Ubersreik uniform, which you all can have if you want.
That's good. Nobody would know who he was if he didn't have that.
Yeah, true. True indeed. Anyone doing anything, whether it's yelling or fighting or I don't know what?
I guess I'll defer to this guy.
Order beer?
No, but I will wait. See if this calms down any.
Okay.
Or until, bloodshed happens, which I figure is likely. Being how that's the only other riot I've been in.
Andrew, you love fights. You get involved?
No.
Would it make a difference if Harold was there?
Yes.
Let me see. 20% chance. No, Harold's not there. Bummer. All right. Sounds like no one's getting involved. Eventually, yeah. Some people get their asses knocked out. Everyone's bruised, and you guys end up hauling a few people away to jail, mostly to sleep it off. No, not too much real damage done.
Oh, no convenient murders to pin on any of this crew?
Not this time. I guess you guys probably are a little gun shy about getting involved in a brawl, huh?
There is that.
All right, few more days, maybe like another week later. You're at the docks one night, and you guys and Clumping Clug's with you still. He's still on your every patrol. So it's been maybe like 2 weeks, maybe 2.5 weeks now that you've been on the watch. You see kind of a gang of thugs trying to rob a merchant. He's got a little
Can I
like.
heal my wounds? Since
Oh yeah, sorry. Yeah, you're fine. You got a couple. Sorry, he's got like a push cart, that he was pulling that had his whatever his goods are, pottery, stuff like that. And there's a couple guys kind of leering over him menacingly. One's a big guy cracking his knuckles. There's a guy who's kind of got his hand on the hilt of a dagger. And Clumping Clug walks right up to him, which is kind of uncharacteristic for him. Like, what's all this then? Or she's like, please help me. They're trying to rob me. Clumping Clug turns to the guy who looks like he's in charge of the gang, roughing him up. Looks at him questioningly, and the gang guy's like, he owes his dock fees. Clumping Clug nods at the guy, and then looks at the merchant and says, best for everyone you pay what you owe, friend. And then he looks at the gang leader. He's like, that's good advice for everyone, huh? Just turns and walks away and kind of motions for you guys to follow him. Anyone want to get involved in that? Al, your character's gonna have your guys gonna have a rough time with justice for a little while. I can tell.
Yeah.
I'll take a good hard look at the thugs, and maybe try for a little intimidation, but also to to set their faces in my head so that I can, if I see them again.
Definitely the latter you can do. As you're kind of like squaring up to maybe intimidate the guy, Clumping Clug looks right at you and he's like, leave it. Let's go. So do you want to keep pressing it or no?
No, I'll go.
All right. You definitely get a good look at the guys, though. And as you're walking away, you definitely hear the merchant getting beat down. You want to help him, huh? Yeah. Messing around in Doctor's Guild business is a good way to commit suicide. They won't kill him. It'll all get sorted out, and we'll get our due for the consideration of letting them handle their affairs without any fuss.
Okay.
That's great. We don't have to
Yeah.
do anything.
Mm-hmm. So, a few more days pass. You guys are eventually called into Pfeffer's office, where she, well, not really into the office, into the barracks, kind of in front of everyone. Get a little meeting, which probably happens regularly, starter shift and stuff, where she presents Sergeant Clumping Clug with a medal and a purse of silver shillings for his swift and daring actions in defense of Ubersreik, particularly highlighting how, he led the bucket brigade and putting out the fire and charged into the burning building to save some innocents. He ends up taking the purse from her. Kind of hefty little bag of money. Bit difficult it was shepherding the new recruits, but I never rest. Well, injustice lurks in Ubersreik. You guys do not see any of that money.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I see it.
He's making an effort to figure out where it goes.
Yep. So kind of as a few more weeks go on, is there anything in general you guys are doing, outside of the watch, or that you're trying to, anything you're trying to accomplish other than just day to day showing up for work?
Just showing up for work right now.
All right.
I guess I want to know this guy's, general routine so I can start planning to off him.
Yeah, right now he's on the same schedule as you, although it sounds like he's about to start having you go take care of stuff on your own. You've gone through your training period.
Where he lives and
So
that kind of
he
thing.
lives in the barracks. Why do you have a -10 to agility, Dirk? Oh, you're encumbered.
Oh,
make sure to actually equip the armor he gave you.
You did, but he's still got a crowbar, a leather jerkin, and
I'll probably get rid of that jerkin.
Yeah.
yeah, you can just write like in your notes or something that you own one if you want. I don't know if there's a good way to remove it from encumbrance.
Not easily.
Yeah. I'll just delete it off you. Happened to have your sheet open and saw the -10. It was like, WTF. So you're kind of learning his routine. Yeah, he works at the bar. He does go out drinking a lot, so there's opportunity there. Not always the same bar though, but he usually drinks for free. You've definitely seen him collect, fines from various people that don't seem to have done anything.
Dirty cop style.
He's essentially getting some protection money from the merchants now and then. Or from the gangs that, abuse the merchants.
He's allowing them to operate.
If anyone makes approving sounds of that to him, he'll probably get you in on that action and have you start running some of the collections for him.
Sounds great. Rocco wants in on that.
All right. You'll be picking up an extra 3 shillings every week whenever you do income. I will stop there for the night because the next thing that runs into is probably a little longer and I need to be better prepared for it too. But essentially, yeah, you guys are currently in the watch. The watch captain, or not the captain, your sergeant's kind of a dick. And some of you are probably loving it, Rocco, whereas Dirk's probably not loving this, given that he was trying to turn over a new leaf. And I would be very interested to hear what a party ambition is short term. Because you guys can earn XP for that sort of thing.
What party ambitions do we actually have a chance of fulfilling when we're being railroaded? I understand the system needed a
That
railroad,
actually should
but
make
it's really
easier.
hard to pick one if we aren't going to have an option to go do things.
Well,
Because
our
storyline
short-term ambition could be get rid of this guy.
I'm fine with that.
Yeah, I mean,
It'll be a very short-term ambition, but yeah.
Or find a way to get out of the watch, or yeah, whatever. Yeah.
If it weren't for the fact that, I use a sledgehammer,
I will tell you,
stabbed him in the middle of the night, I'd have already dumped him in the river.
How hard is it to get a hold of some serious poison?
I will tell you the railroad, the watch thing that you're stuck on is probably only for 1 to 3 sessions before you get into freedom again.
I get that. That. But it makes it very hard to have any sort of ambition let's go do this. Yeah, but you're stuck in the watch for the 3 sessions.
Well, I agree. Pick something within the context of the watch, right? Maybe there's something. Clean up the watch. I don't know, man. Get him fired. Get him killed. Whatever.
I'll ping you later about stuff.
Yeah,
because I don't understand any of the background going on.
Okay, yeah, I can. Be good to ask questions, and I can post it for everyone because there's plenty of it. It's a lot. So try to focus where it is. That said, let's see here. 30, 40. All right. Let me give out some XP.
So what do we do when we meet a short-term objective?
You get XP.
Short-term ambition, either personal or party, is 50 XP. and you make a new one. Long term is 500, and you either make a new one or retire.
Well, I made a short-term ambition.
All right, talk to me in a minute, but let me do this first. He gets 5 points just for surviving the ride. Good for you. So in theory, this was supposed to be like the absolute starter adventure, and like the brawl was supposed to kind of teach you combat and stuff. But let's see. All right. I think that's the XP for the session. Dave, what was your goal?
To join a military outfit.
Hey, success. So pick a new goal and 50 XP.
Derek, I sent you a new image for Rudy.
How do I add XP to just one person? I just do it there. Oh, there we go. All right. Let me see this new image that's probably wholly inappropriate. Yeah. No, he doesn't have the swab of Denzel, but from Training Day. Let's see. Anything else I gotta do? Session turnover. Oh, save the chat launcher. Yeah. No. All right. You guys got all your fate points back. Let me look at all your sheets real quick. Motivation. Was there motivation and ambition, or am I crazy? Oh, there it is. Justice. Yeah, Bernard. Not a lot of justice happened today. Authority is Dirk's. I don't know what that means. What does that mean, Al?
I asked you because I fucking rolled it.
Oh, well, pick your own then. Like, I'm not telling you what your motivation is. You decide what your motivation is. And if you roll it and you don't understand it, pick a different one. Griff doesn't even have a motivation, so he will never earn resolve back.
Didn't use any, so I'm okay.
Yeah. Wealth. Well, Rocco's on the way, but I don't know that you made a ton there. Print. Glory. Probably not, no. Well, he did look pretty badass killing that pig and that other guy. All right. Well, that is it. Feel free to spend your XP or not. Yeah. Next week will be a murder you will try to solve or not. You know, it's up to you.
Maybe more than one.
Could be, yeah. Could be. You hang out with Harold sometimes? Go drinking with him?
Well, yeah.
Hell yeah.
I might need him in my plot if he wants to, help me kill people. He seems like a trustworthy dude.
Yo, you want to help me murder a watch captain of the guard? I'm sure it'll be fine.
Everything's fine here.
Actually, neither of you seemed terribly competent in that fight. Come to think of it, you were beating on each other for 6 rounds and barely hurt each other. Eric went about and just handled business. It could have gone bad, but the guy didn't die, so that helped. How dare you strike a priest of Sigmar? All right. That's weird. Oh, so Adam, after you complete your class, are you moving up to the next level in it, or are you changing careers to more apothecary based? Given that's what you thought you were doing in the first place.
I don't know. We'll figure it out when it happens.
Yeah.
So that is a simpler question I can ask real quick.
Yeah.
The between adventure stuff.
Yeah.
It looks like you can actually do, if you wait and do it between adventure, there's the possibility of doing the changing career without the XP cost.
It looked like it to me, as long as you were complete in your current level.
I thought it cost 100, but I could be wrong.
So in the class stuff, it says it's 100 or 200 if you're changing completely, right?
Yeah. Well, an extra.
But there's an endeavor called changing career.
That's what you have to do to change the career.
Yeah.
Except for the fact that it says that assuming your GM agrees and you've completed your current career, you can move to any other career level that fits the story of your character for free.
Huh.
If you have not completed your current career, the change costs 100 XP.
Interesting. I'll read more on that. Maybe I misunderstood how that works.
Well, or maybe it's supposed to be an opportunity cost to do it like in the middle of a session versus waiting till between sessions.
I guess. Although honestly, most times it's going to be between sessions. Right?
Yeah.
I'll look online and see what the answer is on that one.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know. Honestly, like if it's complete, changing for free isn't terrible anyway. Well, it doesn't even say if it's complete.
For which one?
Oh no, it does say complete. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, yeah. Sure.
I mean, I'll gladly take saving 100 XP.
Yeah, I think that sounds fun. For now. I'll look it up, but I think in the meantime, if someone gets in a freebie, that I don't care. That's fine.
Yeah, you can't quite pull it off yet.
I was going to say something, but apparently not. Choppy is what Rocco has. Good weapon. What kind of weapon is Choppy, Adam?
I forget. I think it's a
quarterstaff.
An axe? No, it's an axe. It's like a hatchet.
All right. Are any of you, other than maybe Rocco, I can't tell, is anyone else kind of embracing the corrupt side of the watch? Because there's probably lots of opportunities for you to dip your fingers in and demand free drinks or free food now and then, or whatever.
So I grew up in this town as basically a slave to a gambling establishment, and I was always told that the Empire was for justice and everything. And when they took over the city, I was like, this is going to be great, but it seems like they're a bunch of fuckers. That's
the feel you're getting, at least from the group that is put into the watch. But you've definitely heard multiple times that the soldiers who were moved into the watch were like the worst of them. Part of it, though, is pretty much everyone in Warhammer is dicks to some extent. There aren't a lot of real heroes. But, without the Empire, chaos would take over, and the goblins would overrun you, and cultists would be letting demons out across the world and supporting. You got the Church of Sigmar fighting against that,
Yep.
Our great Emperor Karl Franz III. Blessed be his name. For whatever reason, he invaded Ubersreik. No one really knows.
I have a question about talents.
Mm-hmm.
If they don't actually say in the description of what taking more of them gets you, what does actually taking more of them get you?
Which talent?
Let's see. Orientation. I have taken 1 out of my 3 possible times. I have I have a feel for direction. I automatically know which way is north, with a glimpse at the stars, trees, or whatever. That's it. That is the description of the ability. What is taking it?
Click over to details. You get your initiative bonus. You can take it your initiative bonus number of times, but it does give you a bonus to your skill of navigation. I don't know what effects it is. That might be the other book that needs to see that one.
Open. If the talent is tied to one or more tests, your character can make the effective tests are listed here. Talents tied to tests come with an extra rule. For each time you have taken the talent, you gain +1 success level on any successful use of the skill. So it does not add to your check, but it gives you more success levels when you succeed at the check.
So it won't turn a failure into success if you get success?
Correct. It'll just turn a success into a better success.
Yeah.
Huh. Interesting.
Now, for a skill like navigation, I don't know how much it matters.
Yeah.
You haven't used it yet, but you guys haven't really been out there needing to find your way. Well, come to think of that, it might have been a good one. And
I was looking at the new ones in my class, like tenacious.
Oh.
I get to imply those to endurance tests for enduring hardships. Okay.
Yeah, that makes sense. Stuff like, hey guys, you've been traveling all day, make an endurance test to see if you're fatigued, or when you were digging up those stones, stuff like that.
Yeah.
All right, I'm taking off. See you guys
later.
Yeah.
Yeah, same.
Bye.
Hardy isn't bad.
Yeah, I was looking at that. Toughness bonus to wounds.
Yeah.
It's a +4 right now.
It's good.
Drilled. When I looked at drilled, if an enemy causes you to lose advantage when standing beside an active ally with the drilled talent, meaning I have to have it and he has to have it, right?
Yep.
So I would need someone else with the drilled.
Oh, no. Sorry. No. You just count as 2 people for this purposes of like. Well, let me look, because that might actually have a change in the Up in Arms book.
Yeah. Enemy causes you to lose. I'm not parsing the sentence correctly, I guess.
Yeah.
So it's saying if there's 2 of them and I would lose advantage because I have the drilled talent, I lose 1 less.
So there's a thing in advantage, which I haven't been good about doing because I don't think it's automated. Where at the end of each round, kind of the side that's got more combatants or whatever gets like their side gains 1 advantage and the other side loses 1 advantage.
Trained to fight shoulder to shoulder with other soldiers, characters with the drilled talent count as 2 combatants to help sway the tides of battle is the Up in Arms version.
So okay, which I think is the one Dave was reading. What was the original then?
No, he was reading the core one.
I was reading the original. You've been trained.
I interpreted it the way Dave interpreted it, where you and your buddy would have to have it.
Yeah. If an enemy causes you to lose advantage when standing beside an active ally with the drilled talent, you may keep 1 lost advantage for each time you've taken the drilled talent. That made it sound like I needed to be standing next to a buddy who also had the drilled talent. Maybe that's just poor wording on their part, or poor reading on my part. Oh,
Oh, okay. So it does multiple things.
okay.
Your bonus, you get a bonus to melee tests when beside an ally with drilled. Is that the part you were talking about?
No, I was just trying to parse the.
So in the up in arms here, I'll
description.
just paste this because it's from the up in arms. I'll put it in, I don't know, chat for
Okay.
Foundry. So you can take it up to your weapon skill bonus number of times. It gives you a bonus to tests
Wait.
to your melee tests when you're beside an ally with drilled. So if you and someone else, yeah. Oh, I need to reveal it. Sorry. There you go.
Yeah. It actually took me to a token and scrolled the words over the token's head, but didn't show me what was in the chat channel.
Nice. So basically, you would get +1 to your success level on successful melee tests if you're next to someone who has drilled.
Okay.
But in addition, you would count as 2 characters when it comes to which side has more combatants for gaining and losing advantage. Which again is not something I've done much of yet, although in that last battle it wasn't really appropriate.
Yeah. Because there were hundreds of people against us.
I mean, they weren't really all against you though either, so it was just kind of a I wasn't going to touch it one way or the other on that one. So like the rule in the up in arms book. So when it was individual advantage, it was almost like on a person by person basis. If you were outnumbered 2-1, you're losing advantage every round and they're gaining 1, like you were a couple rounds in that fight, right? But now that we're doing group advantage, it's a little more nebulous. It just says the GM should assess conflict at the end of the round. If one side has more combatants, their side is dominant and the other side's suppressed. But there could be other factors. Like I would consider something like a basilisk counting as more than one combatant, for example. Or there could be other like intangible things. But you would definitely, you would count as one more for that. Really, probably the problem. I don't know. Yeah, it's not a bad thing. It's just not great.
Just a weird thing. If I go to the journals and bring up the skills and talents, I can look at drilled. It is the only one in my character sheet though that I cannot right click and read. Because toughness or
It's
tenacious.
probably.
Yeah, if I click on drilled, it says you do not have sufficient provision to view the sheet for this item.
It's probably from up in arms. Let me see.
Yeah. That would make sense.
Is up in arms a different journal entry?
Close your sheet,
Yeah.
reopen it, and try again.
There it is.
Yeah.
Oh, and it's got a different description than the one in the journal now.
Oh, does it?
If I go through the journal, yeah.
Right.
If I
I think the problem is the core book had one and Up in Arms has another, and I'm not sure how it's deciding which one it's going to show you.
I assume Up in Arms, the plant's the core book.
I mean, that would be the goal, but whether or not it's coded to do that perfectly, I don't know. Which XP you got? 5. Okay.
yeah, 5.
Drilled isn't even listed as a talent under the
There you go.
rule book items.
There are the 2 versions of drilled I can see. The first, the left side is going down through the journal and looking at skills and talents. The second one is right-clicking on my character
Okay.
sheet, which
It's
you've just made available.
It's the right one, is what we're
Yeah.
using. And I understand now what you were reading from the other one.
Yeah.
Actually, it's way better on the left one in the way that Advantage worked. So Advantage, when it was individual, if you took damage or lost a test, you'd literally just lose all your advantage.
Oh, yeah, I read that.
But you'd each have your own pool. This would keep you from losing it all, which is pretty cool. The downside, the way it worked then is like you could just stack up advantage, and it got to the point where like you're plus 50 to every roll every turn, and it was apparently it made for very lopsided combats, or could.
Was advantage just a bonus without being spent?
Yep, it was just every point of advantage was plus 10 to all rolls, and you didn't spend it to get the plus 10. You just always had the plus 10.
That's ridiculous.
So the more you got, the easier it was to keep.
Yeah. Kind of like honor.
I could see individual advantage with the spending of group advantage rather than group advantage, but group advantage is coded, so I don't think I'm gonna try to do it the other way.
Oh, and do you only have access to the talents in your class? Can you go get talents from like your race? Since those were available during creation?
I don't think so.
Okay.
In particular, you're thinking like savvy, stuff like that, ones that are really good. Yeah, no, I don't think so.